years, but putting together a pretty good season.
Yeah, I like watching Bryce Elder on the mound. You know, he's got a good pitch mix. Obviously, it starts with his sinker and his slider, but this year he started throwing the four seam a little bit more. Started throwing the cutter this year for the first time, and it's really opened up a lot for him to the left and the right. He actually has better numbers against left than right, which is crazy for a sinker ball guy. So look for these lefties in the lineup tonight to try to stay up the middle to the left side of the field. You can't try to pull this guy. Let's see if Shohei can start off with some to the opposite field maybe, because this guy's not going to try to come in anybody's wheelhouse tonight.
You beat the Dodgers earlier this season back in May, 5 2/3 scoreless innings at Dodger Stadium. They got just one hit against him in that game, although coaxed 4 walks out of him.
Yeah, he's a guy that's going to be, you know, on the edges to off. It's going to be really important for the Dodgers tonight to just work the counts, not have these quick at-bats, roll over to second, really try to stay to the middle of the field and try to get his pitch count up fast.
And seeing a little more of that more consistently for this offense lately during this winning streak. Not racked up a ton of hits necessarily, but tougher at-bats. They've been taking walks. You know, Ohtani, who climbs in here, kind of the face of that. As Elder winds and throws, and off we go with the ball upstairs. So Shohei just one hit against the Pirates over the weekend, but he walked 5 times.
Which is great, because he's been swinging a lot at that first pitch, especially to start the game. So I like the early takes, and right there you see a difference from him. He started with the 4-seam. He's been doing that a lot, Elder, throwing 4 seams first pitch. It's almost like when guys are taking, he likes to throw that 4-seamer.
So it used to be pretty much all sinker slider from him.
Yeah, there's that slider right there. He's really tried to change his arsenal, which you know, I give him credit. It's not easy to do, to basically throw 2 new pitches in a season with that 4-seamer and a cutter. And you know, right there you see that slider that Shohei fouls off his foot in between.
And this 2-1, he does it again.
That's not a good way to start a game.
Oh, road trip. Trying to have a nice trip here.
That was the back knee, though. I think he'd be all right.
1 on each side.
Yeah, he's good.
Ohtani leading things off for the Dodgers. And poking this one up the middle to the shortstop Dubon for the first out.
Yeah, there was that changeup there from Elder. Kept it off the plate. Shohei had to reach for it, and that's what Elder wants to do tonight. He wants to get a lot of balls on the ground, wants to get guys at bats over with early, and just got to get him on the plate for the Dodgers. See what Freddie can do here. He's pretty good at that.
He's a pretty good player. Can you believe it's been 4 years, 5 years since you guys came here for the first time with him after going to the Dodgers? I wasn't sure that it was going to, you guys were going to be able to keep him. I thought it might just be, he just needs to stay here in tears, and I wasn't sure he was ever going to get over it.
Yeah, he meant so much to the Braves, and obviously he's the best player, won a World Series with them, and I'm just so glad that it worked out. He's a Dodger now, because what he's been able to do with us, or I should say them, I can't say us anymore. You know, I'm in the booth now, but with them it's just been amazing. And you know, just kind of the heartbeat of that team, just a professional at bat every single time, wants to play every day. So I'm really glad it didn't work out here and he's with us.
376 during this winning streak for Freeman. And even though he's had all those emotions when he's come back here to Atlanta, where he spent the first 12 years of his career, he's always, I say even though, maybe because of those emotions, he's been extra good. And as he returns here to Truist Park, flies this ball to left center field. And Yastrzemski will put it away, out number 2. Trouters retired the first 2, and it brings up Mookie Betts, who over the last 3 weeks has looked a lot more like himself.
Yeah, it's fun to see Mookie getting back to being Mookie. You know, I think in order for this lineup to be really at its peak, we need Mookie to be Mookie, and he's playing great right now. It's fun to see his swing get there, and a lot of line drives all over the field. Good swing decisions, which is what you want.
Takes first pitch sinker a little bit low. If you're a pitcher and you see this, where are you going?
Yeah, I mean, Mookie's always been a low ball hitter in my book. You know, he got me a bunch down and in back in the day. So, you know, for me, I would try to stay away from Mookie as best I could, not let him pull anything. And those are 2 good takes right there. Those are really close at the bottom of the zone. So obviously Mookie's pretty locked in if he's taking those.
297 the last 3 weeks for Betts, with an OPS up around 800. Grounds this one sharply to short. Dubon's got it. And Bryce Elder has a 1-2-3 first. Tyler Glass now makes his return for the Dodgers when you come back.
Yep, just got back from Philly with the goods. Chopped and seasoned shaved steak, grilled onions, grilled peppers, melty Swiss-style cheese, all on a bakery soft hoagie roll. No one suspects a thing. Try my new Philly cheesesteak combo before it's too late.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Progress is always the goal. Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Fall sports are kicking off, and Dick's has the gear to perform your best. With top brands like Nike, Jordan, and Adidas. From football to volleyball and soccer, find the fit to up your game. Plus, choose from over 300 styles in our house of cleats. Every season starts at Dick's.
Sides waiting on deck. But the game right now is at the plate.
Ever since you've been rooting for the Dodgers, we've been rooting for you. Jacoby and Myers, protecting you since 1972.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are.
And more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. Yeah, I'll show myself out.
The Braves come to the plate with this lineup. Baldwin, Acuna, Olsen, very top-heavy lineup. Dubon, Harrison, Albies in the heart of the order, with the former Giant Yastrzemski hitting seventh, Riley at third, and Sean Murphy doing the catching. And Coors Bank would start your legacy. Tyler Glasnow makes his first start since May 6th, coming back from that back injury. Third season with the Dodgers. When he's been healthy, he's been excellent, and he was at his best prior to getting hurt. 149 average against Clayton, the best in baseball.
He's so dominant. You just got to get him on the mound. He's out on the mound. The Dodgers feel great about him winning a ball game. His stuff is just second to none in baseball, really. Fastball, curveball, slider. You're going to see him coming right at you with these pitches. And what I really like that he's doing is throwing this two-seamer a lot more. You can see the velos here, but, you know, it says he's got two curveballs. It's basically one that he's throwing, and then that slider he's using a lot to get back in count. So you're going to see a lot of really hard breaking balls, a lot of balls in the dirt, and these Braves chase a lot. So it should be a good matchup for Glass tonight. 1-1
on the reigning Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin, who takes a fastball downstairs. This is one of the tougher at-bats in the lineup here.
Yeah, this is a great at-bat. It's a very interesting at-bat because he chases, but he also hits it and he also walks. So obviously he struggled a little bit lately, one for his last 19, but this is a really good player. Former, obviously catches a lot too. So this is a big guy that they want to get going at the top of the lineup for the Braves.
Because they need to get going. This offense, I mean, this 6-10 stretch run, they're averaging under 3 runs per game.
Yeah, and you look at the names, I mean, they should be a really good offense. So it's a little bit like the Dodgers, where if they get everybody going the way they should, it's a very formidable offense for sure.
So what's the issue right now?
Well, I think it starts with a couple guys in their lineup with Acuna and Austin Riley. You know, obviously those two guys have been struggling a little bit this year, and those are the two guys that they want, along with Olsen being their big dogs in the lineup. So it's a great lineup. They just need Acuna and Riley to get going a little bit, and I mean, you're seeing it here. This is a great at bat to start the game against Glass. So I mean, this is really formidable lineup, and Michael Harris too is having a great season. So there's just a lot of good names, a lot of good players in this lineup.
7th pitch of this at bat to start things for Baldwin. Bouncing ball through the right side, finishes it off with a base hit.
That's a tough way to start. You get the ground ball and he just finds the right spot, but that slider looked pretty good to me, so I'm not too worried about Glass. That looked pretty good.
Baldwin on, Acuna coming up. And Acuna 2 for his last 24. You're talking about him being the key guy for this Braves lineup, but it's not just that. You go back more than a month below 200 for the former MVP. Guys just attacking him with 4 seams.
Yeah, that's shocking to me. He's so talented. He's one of the most talented guys in the game. You can really say that, but you see a lot of that right there. Fastballs at the top of the zone he just can't quite get to.
Oh, Freeman and Fiducia both, and Freddie's a couple inches taller, so I guess he gets it by default.
Freddie truck sticked him. That was clumsy, Fetty. That's all right. That's definitely Freddie's ball. We want Fetty to catch the ball behind home plate, not in front.
So they get the out. And it gets Matt Olson to the plate. And Olson has not been the problem for the struggling Braves lineup. 36 home runs, second just to Kyle Schwarber in the major leagues. Second in doubles, Gold Glove caliber defense. This is a well-rounded player right here. And you got PCA and Ohtani who are running away with the MVP discussion, but that next tier of players, he's right there.
Yeah, he's an amazing player. I think this makes it a little bit easier for the Braves to swallow losing Freddie because they have a guy like Olson coming in. But at the same time, they really need Olson to be the guy, and he has been. He's been the guy right in the middle of the lineup. Obviously, 36 home runs. You see that right there. And you know, if I'm Glass, I'm not letting him beat me to the pull side. I'm trying to get him to go into left field, stay away from him, and a lot of spin below, and see what happens.
There's some spin below, but it's pulled by Freeman into right field, and the second hit of this opening inning against Glass now. Braves have him cornered.
That curveball just kind of came in a little bit too much down and into a lefty's honey hole right there. You know, if I'm nitpicking Glass right there, I just want that to be a little more to the middle of the plate so Olson can't drop the head of the bat right on that. Once again, though, not hit super hard. I think Freddie might say a play that he should make, but it's just a tough way to start coming off the IL right there.
Not just the hits, the home runs, the defense. It's that he does it every day. It's the 8th longest streak in Major League history. Matt Olson's playing in his 914th consecutive game. No DH days in there. Here's Dubon taking a ball.
That's really impressive. That's if you're, you know, your best player's going out there and posting every day like that, that makes you want to suit up next to him too. So that's a really cool stat.
Chance here for the Braves' hottest hitter, Mauricio Dubon, who came over, they figured be a utility man. Kim got hurt, and so he ran away with the shortstop job. But at this point, he's locked it down because he's hitting really well, above 500 the last 5 games.
Yeah, and this is a guy you don't want to face in this situation. He makes a lot of contact, doesn't strike out. It's going to be tough not to give up a run right here.
Down the line to right and to the seats. Go for the strikeout here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's just going to be hard. You're going to have to get him to bounce or chase something high, which he does chase. I mean, I think if there's one problem with his offensive approach, it's that he swings a lot, but he makes a lot of contact too. So in this situation, trying to strike him out, maybe a double play, but it's not going to be easy right here. I mean, look at that swing. That is such a protect swing. That's what you want, though. That's what you want in this situation. You want to get that run in, especially early. And that's the kind of at bat you need in this situation.
That swing says you will not strike me out.
Yeah, he is not letting that ball get by him, and that's not easy to do, to change your approach like that. And I wish more guys did that. Honestly, 2-strike approach like that. It's fun to watch. No stride. This is how I used to hit, with 2 strikes, just trying to foul balls off into the other guy's dugout, frustrate the pitcher. I mean, this is you kind of got to swallow your pride a little, and if you look like a doofus, it's okay. You know, that's kind of what he's doing.
Dubon proud to be doing his best Clayton Kershaw hitting impression.
I didn't go that far, Joe, but yes.
I did.
I don't know if he wants to compare it to me offensively.
On this 2-2, he golfs it into right field. It'll sink in, a base hit. Mauricio Dubon fights and drives in the first run of the game.
That was his plan. That's just a really hard matchup right there. Like, you know, he's not going to hit the ball hard necessarily, but contact's the name of the game, and he got it done. And I mean, look at that ball. That ball might have bounced if he didn't hit that. So that was a really good curveball. Once again, I think Glass is throwing the ball pretty dang good. It's just a few ground balls finding holes, and then, you know, you run into some contact like that.
Braves don't waste any time jumping on Tyler Glasnow in his first game in a few months. Glasnow was absolutely dominant in his couple AAA rehab starts. Struck out 17 of the 28 batters that he faced. Only gave up 1 hit. Here's Michael Harris. How much can you really take from that, though?
I think with Glass you can take some of it. Obviously, you know, AAA is a different animal, but he's just, his stuff is so good. So it's not a matter of like, oh, is it going to be the same when he comes back? He needs to come back. You know, he needs to be out there. And this is probably so rare. I don't know how many times he's given up 3 hits in an inning, but I would say it's got to be one of the first few times this season that he's done that.
You know, we got a guy for that.
You got guys for that.
Guys
That's
for that.
nice. That's nice. And once again, these 3 hits, like I could argue they're not, they could be outs pretty easily too. Not a lot of hard hit contact. This guy can hit the ball pretty hard though, so we'll see here.
Spit a fastball by Michael Harris. Comes in riding an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .364 in that time. Homered in their last game.
I've been impressed with him. He had a rough year last year. To come back and do what he's doing. He's doing it against left and doing it against right. Covers a lot. He does chase a lot. There's a chance for some swings out of the zone. Doesn't walk enough, but his overall numbers and just his ability at the plate, he's a special player, and his defense too.
If he walked just a little bit, he starts to become Pete Crow Armstrong like.
Yeah, he puts the walk at like 10% as opposed to what it is now. He's got a close to 900 OPS, and yeah, he's definitely in the MVP conversation.
Rookie of the Year in 2022, and then 3 years where it was very streaky. Put it all together, he's been just a league average hitter the last few years. Now in his 5th season, he's hitting .294. He's already reached his career high in home runs, and he's still only 25. So we talk about if only he walked. He's still a developing player.
Yeah, and that's something that could come with time too, experience. So that'd be, if he added that to his game, it'd be really special. All right, I bet we see a guy steal here if I had to guess, Joe. I just think Glass doesn't hold runners super well, and this seems like a good time to stay out of a double play right here. So I would see him go, especially 3-2, and he didn't go though, so I was wrong.
Muscled right side, and another seeing-eye base hit. 4th single of the inning for Atlanta, and it's 2-0.
This is just not what you want coming off the IL, having a 25-pitch inning in the first. Obviously not a lot of hard hit balls, just some balls finding holes and different things, but he's probably on a pitch count tonight, probably no more than 75, 80 pitches. So this is going to really cut into his ability to go deep into the game.
Let's get a word from Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. is saving you big with a $5.99 maxed out double spicy chicken sandwich.
How much actually gets accomplished in those mound visits?
I think more than anything, it's the breather, right? Like, things are kind of spiraling. There's a lot of hits going on out there, like kind of a reset. And Mark's good at that. Mark has good timing with going out there. It's not so much what he says, it's just the timing of it more than anything. And long at-bats, grindy at-bats where they kind of find hits that are frustrating. It's a good time to go out there, give him a blow.
And maybe a good guy for Glass now to get right against here. Ozzie Albies 0 for 9 against him. Dubon at third, Harris at first. 2 in the bank for the Braves in this first inning. There goes the runner from first, and Harris, you were just a pitch ahead.
I was a pitch ahead. Yeah, Glass was probably focused on getting it in there, strike one. And, when you're 6'7", it's not easy to hold runners. You got a lot of arms and limbs coming at you to the plate, and to be able to have a low leg kick like that and hold a runner's tough. So it's not an easy job for Glass right there.
It's a big spot early in this game.
Yeah, I could get out of hand early right here with another hit. So, I don't know how you decide infield in, not infield in, but it could be an interesting choice right here. Give up a run for an out.
Gets a swing and a miss, gets chased right there. Are you asking for it if you're on the mound here, or wishing for it?
I think maybe with 2 strikes, I'd think about it. I take away the easy run. But then again, like you said, Ozzie's a guy that'll chase. So this might be a breaking ball in the dirt and really get him to chase. That was Glass's sinker. I really like that pitch. He was trying to do the hip shot where he starts it at the inside hip of a left-handed batter and let it run over. And he's become really, really good with that pitch. He missed down right there, but had the right action coming back over the plate.
Check swing from Albies. And he's worked it full. So in his first inning back, it's going to be the 29th pitch and still just 1 away. Albies sends one in the air to deep center field. Thomas is back on it to make the catch. Plenty deep enough to make it 3-0 Braves. Sac fly for Albies, scores Dubon.
It's another great approach by Albies. Worked the count full, took a really good slider 2-2 that was down that had the check swing on to get a 3-2. He had to throw a strike and put something in the outfield for an RBI. You got to give the Braves a lot of credit right now. They're doing well.
Well, you were asking earlier how many times he's given up 3 hits in an inning. This is only the second time this year that he's given up 3. It's the first time that he's given up 4. And it is 3-0 Atlanta as Yastrzemski comes up.
He's tough to hit. I mean, he's tough to square up, and so this is not the norm for Glass. And once again, I think Albies ball is probably the hardest hit ball of the inning. So it's not a lot of hard hit balls. It's just sometimes that's baseball, man. They just find some holes.
And Dave Roberts has talked about, you know, the Tyler Glasnow, the stuff has always been there. The biggest growth has been his ability in situations like this to take a breath, and when things don't quite feel right, don't quite go right, still find a way to move on and perform.
Yeah, it's so mental. Baseball is just it's a lot. Like there's so many talented guys out there, but the guys that can really separate themselves are the guys that are mentally strong on the mound and in the batter's box. And Glass is doing a much better job of that. And you saw that last year in the postseason, what he was able to accomplish, and they're going to need that again from him.
How long before you start to worry about number of pitches in his first inning bat?
Yeah, if he loses Yaz right here, I would expect a guy to start getting up in the bullpen, which is the bullpen guy's worst nightmare, to get up in the first inning. You know, it's just not, especially coming off an off day, and at least everybody's somewhat fresh. But you're going to see somebody take a sweatshirt off if he loses Yaz right here.
Well, we got some help. Oh, that was not a foul. It was a foul ball. You get a late signal from Edwin Jimenez, the home plate umpire. Because obviously if that's not a foul ball, the runner's going to come in from third.
Oh, he didn't hit that ball, Joe. That should have been a run scoring wild pitch. I mean, did you see how much that ball cut? That was his four-seam fastball. So wow. you know that, you know, when Glass is at his best, that ball is staying up in the zone and has a little cut. That you could call that pitch a cutter. I mean, that one, which just means he's getting around it a little bit too much. I'd like to see him maybe throw those two-seamers a little bit more so he can stay behind the baseball a little bit more. Because that ball, that was nasty. That was like a Kenley Jansen cutter right there.
So we can call his a cutter, but we were never allowed to call yours.
I was never trying to do that. He just does it. He just does it naturally sometimes.
Foul tip's not reviewable, so as much as the Braves would like to there, they can't. 3-2 comes home and just misses, but a challenge from Fiducia.
Officials call the ball without their challenge.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile, and I think that's going to be a good one right there. To get strike 3 instead of ball 4.
That's a big challenge. That's a good one, Fetty. Good work.
Finishes off this long first inning. 35 pitches for Tyler Glasnow, and the Braves get 3.
An invitation to the feeling of moving through the world with unmistakable presence. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus models.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip Deal is here. Buy one Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor, Savannah Bun. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-980-0552. That's 1-800-980-0552, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Traditions aren't just about the past. They're about the future. A legacy that grows because it's always moving forward. Every journey, a new story. One tradition that evolves with us every step along the way.
Max Muncy comes into this road trip hot. 4 home runs, 15 knocked in his last 13 games. And really, this is an extension of what has been an excellent all-around year for Muncy. Happy birthday to Max, celebrating his 36th today.
It's like a fine wine, Joe. Just keeps getting better.
I mean, he in a lineup that has future Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, former MVP. He's been their steadiest guy.
I mean, it's been super impressive to watch. It really has. I mean, 36 years old playing third base for the Los Angeles Dodgers is not an easy job, and especially with the guys around him. And he just comes in and does what he does. He takes his walks, has good at bats. You see him 2-0 right here. It's just what you need, just that steady presence and the consistency, and it's impressive. It really is.
Do you remember when he first made an impression on you?
Well, I remember him coming over from the A's, and then over time, he hits the ball really hard. I think that's the first thing you know. He hits the ball really hard. He swings really hard, but it's like an under control really hard, and then his ability to be patient in the box is second to none. Like, even when he's not going good, the walks that he takes, the pitch counts that he drives up is really, really impressive. And then when he's hitting the ball like he is today, he puts it all together. And he's one of the best third basemen in the game.
Second in LA Dodger history, 35 behind Eric Karros in those career home runs.
Yeah, I think EK needs to watch out.
He's nipping at him.
I think Muncy's going to get him. Maybe not this year, but I think he's going to get him.
A couple more years left on his contract. He's worked the count full right here. So as a pitcher, you're facing a guy who can hit it 500 feet against you, but if you miss, he's just going to spit on it.
It's a really hard at bat. I mean, he's going to try to throw this hip shot right here, Joe. Let's see. And he missed middle.
And he paid for it with a base hit. Although you're facing him, you throw a pitch right there. You're okay with him hitting the single.
Yeah, that could have been in the chop house. So that was a good. I mean, I'm sure he's not happy with it, but it's better than in the chop house. So that's good. But yeah, he's trying to throw that hip shot sinker, and he misses just out over right there. And Muncy yanks it into the hole right there. He hit that one hard.
So birthday hit for Max Muncy. Dodgers have their first base runner against Bryce Elder, and it brings up Tommy Edman. Here on Friday night with the 10th inning walk-off hit against Pittsburgh. Monster first month. Hit 360 in his first month, but just 180 the last month.
Yeah, he's been streaky. He came off the IL super hot and then kind of came back down to earth. But obviously Tommy's somewhere right in the middle of that. And you just need him in the lineup. It's Tommy Tanks. He's going to find something like those big hits in the extra innings, a big defensive play. You just want Tommy in there. It's just one of those guys where you feel better when you can pencil his name in.
I know you've told your boys watch Yamamoto, the way he pitches.
Yeah.
Same idea with this guy, isn't it? When you're talking about position players, watch the way they play the game. Watch Tommy Edman.
Yeah, Tommy, he does everything well defensively, switch hitter. I think on this team, Freddie's probably my number one, telling Charlie and Coop and Chance who to watch. But Tommy's close. I mean, honestly, the Dodgers have so many guys. You could say that about Mookie, Muncy. I mean, there's so many guys you could say that about.
Fouled off. You got a chunk of Murphy right there. This guy who's missed most of this season, a lot of the last few years because of injuries. And he takes one square off of the mask right there.
I think 2-1, you might try to see maybe a changeup away, try to get that ground ball. Yeah, there it was.
And he got it. 4-6, late at first. Fielder's choice.
It's such a nice thing to have, a good changeup when you're behind the count like that. It's a ground ball machine. You get back in there, and when he locates it like that, there's not much Tommy can do with that. So thankfully Tommy's fast, stay out of the double play, but that's exactly what Elder wanted right there.
You spent 18 years looking for a good one of those.
Couldn't figure it out, Joe. Never did. But I have changeup envy always.
For Elder, it's not one that he's always thrown a ton, but especially this last month, it's gone through the roof. An opponent's now 1 for 17 against his change in August.
I mean, there's not that much difference in speed either. He's throwing his fastball 90, 91, 92. That was an 87-mile-an-hour changeup to Tommy. So maybe he kind of figures make it look as much like a fastball as I can, start throwing it a little bit harder. And it's really hard to sit back or stay when you don't know exactly what it's doing. And so maybe that's the thought process. It's obviously working.
A couple different versions of a change, right? You got the one that is that speed separation, but then the other one that is off of the barrel.
Just the movement pitch, yeah.
Tucker pokes this one off the end of the bat, finds a home in center field. So Road Kyle Tucker is at it again. How do you explain that?
I can't. I don't think anybody can. I'm sure everybody's trying. But you know what I like about that? Even though that's off the end of the bat, the ball went to the middle of the field. I want to see Tuck go to the middle of the field, go oppo. You know, I remember facing him in Houston and Chicago, and he just stayed on pitches to the opposite way so well. And you know, you can get hits to the right side of the field, but if you stay through the middle like that, there's a lot more hits up the middle. So I like that. It's maybe a good sign.
Strike one on Alex Call.
What do you think Miggy's saying?
Is he doing his best Tucker stance?
I'm not sure what that is, but I could guess, but I'd be wrong.
1-1 on Call.
That's the great thing about Miggy, though, is that when he's playing, when he's not playing, like, he just loves baseball. He loves being down there. He's a great guy to have in the dugout. Great guy to have on the bus. You just need that, you know. Maybe he's doing his Tucker.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. It's a unique way to hit. It really is.
I mean, it's never been the prettiest swing, but like you said, those years in Houston, the barrel's in the zone for so long, almost like cartoonishly long.
He could adjust in the zone so well. If someone threw him a breaking ball, he had enough time to sit back and pull it, and then he had enough bat speed to stay on a fastball and go the other way. And it's still in there. He still has that ability. I want to see more balls, even if they're outs, to the middle of the field.
There's that change up to get called.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. It is a little bit harder than I remember. And that's a good setup too. You know, he threw that sinker to get the second strike, swing and miss, and then, man, that one the bottom really fell out of right there. That was a really good changeup.
First strikeout of the game for Elder. And now it's Alek Thomas, who's made quite a first impression coming up with Andy Pages getting hurt. He's knocked in a run in both games. And he laces one into right field. He's going to go 3 for 3 in doing that. Edman in to score as Alek Thomas does it yet again. Dodgers on the board in the second.
Good for him going up there ready to hit. First pitch slider like that, he sees it. You know, with him in Arizona, I always remember that he was such a good hitter when he stayed in the zone. So you see that strike and he swings. The problem with him sometimes is he chases a little bit much, but if he's doing that, runners in scoring position, that's such a nice ad to have when you have a guy like Pages go out.
3 games, 3 RBI hits for Alek Thomas.
It's a good start.
Dodgers on the board, tying run aboard, and Hunter Fiducia climbs in against Elder. He's really been solid since coming back.
Yeah, Fetty's swinging the bat well. You know, obviously we brought him back because he's a good catcher, knows these guys, familiar face behind the dish for guys, which is important. But anything with the bat is a bonus, and he's swinging the bat well right now. There it is.
Pokes it to left center field in the bottom of the order, doing it again as they did on Sunday. Fiducia drives home Tucker. And how about Thomas and Fiducia? If you had that on your bingo card a month ago, you're a winner. Alek Thomas and Hunter Fiducia knocking in runs for the Dodgers.
Table setters for Shohei right here. That was that changeup again. Man, that was a great changeup. Fetty stayed on that ball so well through the zone. That's a really good piece of hitting right there. There you go, Fetty. That's not easy to do. That was a really good changeup again. So maybe he was sitting on it, maybe not, but really good hitting.
The Dodgers scratching back already within 1. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead run at first and back to the top in Ohtani.
And this is kind of what Elder didn't want. He doesn't want to see the top of the order 2 or 3 times before the 6th inning. You know, he wants to get these guys out quick. Oof. That was that 4-seam right there that I'm glad Shohei's being patient and all, but I might have swung at that one if I could have a do-over.
And if you're Elder, you're happy that he didn't.
And maybe he knew he was taken, so maybe he knows something we don't. Yeah. So
threw it again, missed up. Ohtani, who has homered against Elder before. One of the best hitters in baseball with runners in scoring position for a lot of this year. Ahead 2-1.
I think that.
This is home run against him. Two on, 2 out, 2-1, taken low.
This is a great at bat. He threw that 2-1 cutter that missed, and then threw that changeup below the zone. I mean, obviously he doesn't want to give Shohei anything, but I don't think you want to load up the bases for Freddie in Atlanta. So maybe he tries. I don't know what he's going to do here, but I don't think he's going to try to walk him. I think he's going to give him something right here.
See if Ohtani's ready for it. He tried to hit it to the chop house.
This is 94. That's the best velo of the night. So he just kind of, I respect that. You know, he said 3-1. I don't have much of a choice. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, hope for the best, and it worked out. We'll see what he does here.
Runners to get a head start, the payoff, and he is going to get strike 3 on a challenge. Turned it up a notch higher. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and he goes back-to-back 4-seams to strike out Ohtani.
Man, did not have that on my bingo card either, Joe. That was impressive. Good for him.
Dodgers get on the board, though, with Alec Thomas and Hunter Fiducia knocking in runs. Middle 2, 3-2.
Maxing is so maxing right now, bro. Carl's Jr. is saving you big with a $5.99 maxed out double stack spicy chicken sandwich. This is unreal value in the bromosphere. So max.
Hey, my daughter got camper of the week.
Wow, that's a big deal. We got a big deal too. Right, Mom?
Okay. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe over there? We only paid.
Listen, Cut.
Nice. Enjoy your new car.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select models. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
In the summer, how your team swings the bat swings your mood. And you've been riding pretty high. But nothing lasts too long in baseball. So just travel home for a series before those bats go cold. Come on, book that trip. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
What can I get for you? Jack Daniels.
Jack. Me too.
In every bar, you'll always know someone by name.
Round of Jack. What's that?
Jack and Coke.
Jack Daniels, please.
Right away.
That's what makes Jack, Jack.
Carl's Jr. After 8 p.m., choose a sandwich, side, and 4 chicken stars for just $5.99. You build it, we bag it. Build your bag all day and unlock more choices on the app.
Well, 35 pitch first inning there for Tyler Glasnow as returned from the injured list, and the Braves just dinking and dunking.
Yeah, I mean, those balls were not hit hard at all. Other than the Baldwin hit everything below 90 miles an hour. And I mean, sometimes it's just baseball, man. There's not a lot you can do.
8-9-1 here. Austin Riley leads off and takes a strike at the top of the zone.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's just, you know, 80, 68, 81 miles per hour hits. There's sometimes balls find holes. There's just nothing you can do. But right now what Glass got to do, he's got to reset. 35 pitches. We got to be in the zone. We got to go after guys. We got to get as deep as we can with the pitch count that we have. And, you know, it starts with just pounding the zone. So we got to do that and, you know, get some quick outs.
I remember you telling me, was it Brad Penny early in your career at Coors Field? You saw him get punched in the mouth in the first inning and then go like 7 innings and having that make quite an impact on you.
That was a great slider right there by Glass. Yeah, I mean, I think guys, you know, guys that can reset. I think it was probably Derek Lowe.
Okay.
Yeah, D'Lo was really good at that. D'Lo hated Coors Field. Just the sinker didn't sink like he wanted it to there, but never complained. Always, sometimes he got hit in the mouth, and he just kept going and kept going and kept going. And yeah, you respect guys like that. You guys come out. That was a great pitch right there.
Strikes out Riley for the first out of the second.
That was that sinker right there. I don't really call it. It's more of a two-seam. It's not going down. That ball was going across, and I like that it stayed up. It stayed around his belt. That's what Glass is trying to do with that pitch, and he's executing that. It's going to be really tough. So that's a good pitch to see for Glass right there.
You know what happens if he gets 7 strikeouts for all the fans tomorrow?
How could I forget?
Oh, we do say it every night.
Every night.
Do you want to tell them?
No, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free Jumbo Jacks. They're so sick of me telling them. Here's Murphy taking a ball. That sinker or two-seam that he's throwing more and more, there are a lot of reasons to like him throwing that, right?
So many reasons. You know, like I said last inning, he was kind of getting around the ball, and I feel like that two-seamer really resets him. And I mean, you even see right here those 2 fastballs. Gosh, were they strikes? Those were close. Close. It just, those fastballs look better than they were in the first inning too. So I just think it resets him, gives him another pitch, and then when he's behind in the count, especially to right, it really makes a difference. And when he's throwing sliders like that, 2-0, I mean, this is a different Glass than it was in the first inning. He's just attacking guys. I like this.
Couple good-looking sliders so far in this second.
Yeah. Oh, man. That is gross. I mean, I like to see sliders for him with a 9 in front of it. When he's throwing sliders at 90, 91, that's what I like to see that, because his curveball is so hard as it is. You know, it's in the low to mid 80s, so we need some type of separation there. So, I mean,
if it ain't broke,
that's disgusting.
There it is with a 9 in front of it. Back-to-back Ks.
Disgusting. I mean, look at this at bat, guys. It's just, you know, just slider after slider. Threw a couple fastball balls and then came back slider, and both close pitches right there on the inner half. And then, I mean, Murphy just could not recognize the slider, and I don't blame him, honestly. It's disgusting.
That's a strike for days.
And it's so hard. You just can't recognize it. Same spin. It's just, it looks good.
Wow, he's feeling it.
This is great. I mean, this is really good to see after that first inning, even though he didn't pitch badly in the first, to get that pitch count up and to give up runs, and probably made him a little angry, which is not always a bad thing. You know, it's not bad to pitch angry when you know how to control it.
Head to Drake Baldwin, 0-1.
Oof, that's that two-seamer. Yeah, that's the two-seamer right there. He missed middle a little bit. He wanted that to be more into Baldwin, but now he can do whatever he wants now. He can do whatever he wants.
So 17 swings in the first inning, 2 misses, 6 swings, 6 misses in the second.
That was a really good take. I think Baldwin just said, you know what, it's 0-2. He's not going to throw me a strike. I'm just going to close my eyes and not swing and hope for the best, you know? So I wouldn't mind that same pitch right here. Just another slider below. He can throw that two-seamer in. He hasn't thrown his curveball this inning. So maybe he kind of felt that his curveball wasn't as good. More slider this inning.
Jeez, strikes out the side. Who was that guy?
That's what we like. That's the Glass we need.
Strikes out Riley. Got him with a high fastball. Heavy dose of sliders to Murphy. And then finishes off Baldwin with the hard stuff.
The Kia K4 and K5 represent what comes next. The next movement for innovation. And the next movement for acceleration. The Kia K4 and K5. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2026 K5.
The Colonel has a bucket list. A $10 one. Monday, wings. Tuesday, fried chicken. Wednesday, tenders. Thursday, wings again. Friday, nuggets. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket of the day from KFC.
You have questions about the wealth tax, Prop 40. So here are some facts. Newsom, Becerra, and Hilton are all voting no, calling it sketchy policy that will damage our economy. Teachers, firefighters, and Planned Parenthood affiliates of California are also voting no, because economic studies show it will cost the state $25 billion, forcing deep cuts to hospitals, schools, and first responders. Learn more at factson40.org and decide for yourself.
As life changes, so do we. Our bodies, our needs, our goals. But what matters most is having the best partner by your side. At Keck Medicine of USC, we deliver advanced care for even the most complex conditions, listening and partnering with you at every step. Wherever your path leads, we will be there. Keck Medicine of USC. Together, we are limitless.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Dodgers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Dodgers.
Dodger fans, vote for the Cookies and Cream Cold Brew. Fill in your Ballpark Bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket.
Well done.
Yes, nailed it. First one.
Were you kind of nervous, though?
Yeah, more than I should be for doing that. Yeah,
I agree. Ball on Freddie Freeman, leading off this third for the Dodgers. Down 3-2. Muscles this one left side, got sawed off. Riley with a bare hand gets him. Austin Riley toying with his old teammate.
That was such a good play. Oh my goodness gracious. That ball had so much side spin on it. To barehand it like that was really impressive.
So one gone in this third inning. And here's Mookie Betts. Taking ball one.
Yeah, Elder's using more four-seamers for sure than I remember in the past, and I think it's a lot of early in the count, and then in situations where it's the last thing you'd expect, like Shohei right there.
Weak fly ball to center for Harris.
Went to the sinker there.
How do you balance knowing what makes you you, being stubborn with those couple pitches, with adding to it?
I think it's adapt or die situation. You know, he was having a rough go of it, and so for him to be willing and open, I think that's the biggest thing, is have guys being like willing and open to do that, and at the same time, like you said, not losing what made you good and what brought you here. And obviously his sinker, changeup, sliders what got him here, but to add the four-seamer, to add the cutter, keeps it off the barrel. And when you talk to hitters too, they'll tell you, like, this guy has 3 different fastballs. Like that's hard for guys. Four-seam, cutter, sinker, no matter if it's 90 or 100, like they still got to know, hey, this ball could break this way, this ball could break that way, this ball's straight. You hear the hitters talking about it all the time. It gets you off the barrel enough to get an out.
Muncy singled his first time, waits on this 1-0 pitch. Yeah, caught the inside corner. He said, in his words, he was tired of dying on the mound every time he went out there. He had a 5.5 ERA the last 2 years. He said, I got to change something. So he worked on his delivery, went to a biomechanics expert, and then widened that arsenal. Spent some time with Greg Maddux. Maddux taught him a cutter.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. You know, there's not a lot of guys that are willing to go to that effort to change your arsenal when you've gotten to the big leagues. You know, it's one thing when, you know, you're in high school or college, but even in the minor leagues. But when you've made it up here and then you struggle, to be able to change like that was impressive. You know, and I mean, I'll be honest, I couldn't change. I had 3 pitches forever and couldn't figure out how to do anything else. So it's really impressive.
Strikes out Muncy. You also did pretty well, decently well with those 3 pitches. Adapt or die. You weren't dying.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
It's your moment. It's another hand pick. Morongo's new high-limit room is awesome. Having a cheer with friends. Everybody having fun. It's a good day. You know this is your day. And you're the winner. Morongo. Good times.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We run help a friend move scenarios?
All the time.
Driveway airball? Wow, solid.
Very. Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims or get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
Cute. I wish I could get it. Okay, all those chickens.
What are those? You know this, boy. He's got his free taco.
Independence is writing your own story. Heffernan Insurance Brokers is independent. It means just like you, we live our values. We are there for the driven, the dreamers, the risk takers. We know what it takes. We are independent and employee-owned. That is independence. Heffernan Insurance Brokers.
Traditions aren't just about the past. They're about the future. A legacy that grows because it's always moving forward. Every journey, a new story. One tradition that evolves with us every step along the way.
Already halfway to Jumbo Jacks for Tyler Glass now as we go to the third inning. He struck out the side in that second after a really long first inning. 7 swings and misses in the second, the most in an inning by a Dodger this year.
That's what he can do. 35 pitch first, reset the pitch count a little bit, and he just needs to keep doing more of the same. That's a great way to get back into it. I mean, 3 different pitches, 3 different strikeouts last inning. That's what he can do. That's who he is.
Ronald Acuna leads off this third against him. Takes that slider downstairs, ball and a strike.
It's interesting, though. He really hasn't thrown a curveball since that first inning. So now that when some of these bigger lefties coming back, he throws curveball more to left. So when you see Olsen, Harris, Albies coming back around for the second time through, be interested to see what he does with his curveball.
Those fastballs have had such teeth to them.
Yeah, it's up in the zone. It's got life. Maybe he's just feeling his way through it in the first a little bit, but he obviously just changed something after the first, which makes a difference.
And he also looked like you said, maybe he got a little angry.
Yeah,
he looked angry last time.
I love that. Angry Glass might be good. Oh,
jeez. 96 with cut to it.
Yeah, did you see how much that ball cut?
Yeah.
That went across the plate. That was wow. I mean, it's not a great example, but like that's what Kenley's like when Kenley was the best closer of all time. That's what his cutter looked like when he was a Dodger. I mean, that is. And he's not doing that on purpose. It's just cutting like crazy.
Kenley wasn't either.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the best ones.
Backdoor for a strike on Olsen. Braves have missed on 9 straight swings. That's like video game stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Set on easy.
This will be a really good tell right here against Olsen if he mixes in a curveball or if he's strictly going to be fastball slider for the rest of the game.
Poke to the left field corner. Long run for Call. Sliding catch by Alex Call.
Man, that's what you get when you have AC out there, man. He goes all out effort all the time. I mean, he ran a football field to catch that ball right there. That was right next to the fans. That is such a hard play. You got to find the stands, make sure you don't run into it, dive. I mean, that's just really awesome. When a guy's trying to get his pitch count back in order, you need plays like that. That's special.
2 gone in this third inning, and Dubon to the plate. Started the scoring with a tough at-bat and a base hit his first time here. Flips it in foul ground at first. Freddie Freeman is there, reaches over the railing and stays on his feet. Couple good things. Tyler Glass now, after he mows him down with the strikeouts in the second, goes really quick in the third. 1, 2, 3.
In California, we're paying more for everything, including some of the highest taxes in the country. Our taxes just funded a record high state budget and an 80% increase in spending since 2019. And for what? Now, the Sacramento politicians want even more to feed their spending habit. Tell your legislator, Sacramento doesn't need more of our money. You need to do better with what you have. Visit caltax.org for more tax facts.
Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of endless drive. The will to push beyond all limits. And then push beyond yourself.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Lease the BMW X3 SoCal Edition for $569 per month.
What's her deal?
She went to Metro and got the lowest price from day one. With $450 in value on the new Galaxy A37 5G for free. Only at Metro.
Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof!
The celebration continues. Join us on September 2nd versus the Cardinals to celebrate the Dodgers championship win with a Shohei Ohtani championship ring. Be one of the first 40,000 fans to take home this exclusive championship Ohtani ring, commemorating the back-to-back win presented by Cygains. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. 3-2 ball game. Tyler Glasnow getting some help from his defense.
Such a great play by AC right there. And then Freddie back-to-back, get Glass back in the dugout. That's huge.
Dodgers got 2 against Elder in the second. He back on the beam with a 1-2-3 third. It's Tommy Edman to start the fourth.
Elder behind the count again. He's 5 of 13, now 5 of 14 first pitch strikes. That's not an easy way to live out there, especially for him. He's got to be ahead in the count, be able to use everything. So look for the Dodgers to take advantage of that soon.
It's totally opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to the overpowering nature of the stuff, right? Like if you're Glasnow, you can fall behind and still fight back. This is different.
Yeah, this is 2 completely different ways to go about it. And yeah, like you said with Glass, you saw that in the Murphy at bat, 2-0, just threw 3 straight sliders to end the at bat. Elder doesn't have that wipeout pitch like that, but he's mixing well. He continues to use all those pitches. And, that's just what you got to do. That's the difference between 97 and 90 sometimes. I can relate.
You've been both.
I've been both. That was a good challenge right there. Don't give him an easy walk.
And we went to break, so we didn't have any nuance to the conversation about evolve or die and adapt or die, and how in terms of mix you didn't necessarily have to adapt. This is a diving try from Harris, can't get it. Edman turns the corner and throws on the brakes. He's on to start this 4th inning, but you had to adapt when it wasn't 97 anymore. Yeah. Right? I mean, it might not necessarily mean changing your arsenal, but you still had to find a different way. Yeah, in order to have success, the hitters are going to tell you what you need to do, and so for me, it just was throwing a bunch of sliders, and then, for Glass, sometimes he had to adapt like in the first inning. It's from pitch to pitch, inning to inning. His curveball wasn't landing there in the first. He's giving up some harder contact with that Albies sac fly, and started going to the slider, and you see the results after that. So that's the name of the game, just adapting. And even there with Elder throwing a cutter first pitch, he's starting to change it up second time through the order, and good at bat by Tommy there. And you got a big inning potential for the Dodgers right here. Got the tying run aboard to open it up with Kyle Tucker, who singled and scored his first time. It's a tough spot for Elder because Tommy's one of the few guys in this Dodger lineup that'll actually run, steal some bags, and Elder's not exactly the best at holding runners, so his stuff definitely takes a drop when he's out of the stretch. So we'll see what happens here. Tucker to left center field. Harris on the run, converging with a dive from Yastrzemski. Will turn 36 this weekend. Young-looking legs right there, though. That was a great play, coming in on the ball, a lot like Harris, just a little bit more to the side, a little bit easier than the Harris ball, but still, that's a tough play right there. And you know what I like most about that, Joe, is that Tucker went to the opposite field again. That's another swing where he's going opposite field, trying to stay on that sinker, and obviously you don't get the results because he has made a great play, but you like to see that if you're a Dodger fan. One-on-one out for Alex Call, who's made his impact defensively in this game. There goes Edman from first. Throw from Murphy, not close to in time. Murphy had no chance. No chance. I mean, that was, that's what you see when you're going into a series. Chris Woodward, the first base coach, does all the homework on the times and the setups, gives Tommy a great idea about when to go, what he's going to do over at first, and just a great jump by Tommy. And that's some of the stuff the first base coaches, especially a guy like Woody, can do over there for you. Tying run in scoring position for Call. Couldn't get me to steal a bag, though. I tried. Did you have any? No, I had 0. That was
I have a lot of regrets, but there's a regret right there. No stolen bags. Zach Greinke and I used to always talk about it, and Zach got a few in his day, and I always wanted one, but it just didn't work out.
They changed the rules on you.
That's true, too.
You know, they didn't let you hit.
That's true.
1-2 on call. No attempts. No, hold on. You got credit for a steal.
Did I really?
Yeah. 2014. Back when you were fast.
It was flying. He's flying. All right. Well, take that, Zach.
Yeah. Call, knifes one to right center field. That'll drop in, and the bottom of the order has knocked in 3 runs to tie this game.
Oh, man, that's such good hitting. Elder tried to do the same thing to AC that he did last time, throw a changeup right below the zone that AC missed. And he knew it, went with it, stayed through the ball to the right center gap. I mean, that's just a great piece of hitting. Really good.
So Call, Thomas, and Fiducia, the run producers in this game for the Dodgers. Back to square one, tied at 3. Here's Thomas taken upstairs, and the Performance Spotlight sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. He's not going to run both games over the weekend against the Pirates, and he drove in their first run today. What a way to endear yourself to your teammates.
It's so great when you get at bats and runners in scoring position right off the bat, and you come through like that. That makes it real easy to go back into the clubhouse and meet the guys for sure. He's such a good athlete, you know, just what he's able to do in center field, how fast he is. And like I said before, you know, when he's in the zone, he's a really, really good hitter. It's just he has a little bit too much chase to his game, like you saw right there with that pitch below. So try to keep him in the zone right here.
Flied it to left center field. Harris and Yastrzemski coming together. Yastrzemski can stay on his feet for this one. 2 gone in the 4th. For more on Alec Thomas, down to Kirsten.
Thanks, Joe. Well, as soon as Alec came over to the organization, he shared with me that the biggest focus for him was getting back on track offensively. And for him, that actually just meant getting back to a few things he used to do, including lowering his hands, a slight adjustment to his posture, and getting back to a smaller in-between leg kick. He said he felt like once he was able to get back to those few mechanical changes, the results started coming back to him a little bit more naturally, and he even laughed. He said, sometimes it's just going back to what you know and letting it all come together.
Same deal has happened with Hunter Fiducia here, Kirsten and Clayton, in that he's added something back to his swing that he always had, that toe tap, a little bit of a leg kick that went away when he was in Tampa Bay, but brought back and feels natural.
Man, he's really doing great at the bottom of the lineup for us.
Grounds another one through. Fiducia's 2 for 2. Throw to third is skipping by. Call to his feet, but stays there. Ball stays in play. How about the bottom of this lineup? Just as earlier, Fiducia knocked in a run. And now singles through the right side.
2 different pitches right there. Change up away, goes with it, and then a slider down and in and goes with it to right. So the toe tap's working, Joe. That's huge. It's really good for Fetty. It's always good to be able to do that coming back to your team. And another big spot for the man right here.
2 on, 2 out, and a tie game in the 4th. Ohtani. Just change up, strike 1.
Such a good changeup. You know, after that last at bat where he went 3 4-seamers basically that Shohei looked at, I don't think he's going to try that again. I think we're going to try to mix it up a little bit more. I saw that with the changeup right there.
Ohtani was at the plate in a similar situation his last time, struck out.
It's just a really well executed pitch. He went with the 4-seamer again, but kind of in that up and away spot that is just tough to get to, regardless of who you are. So 0-2. I have no idea what he's going to throw. I don't know if Shohei does, but he's done a really good job of mixing it up right here. So he can really do whatever he wants. What I would try to avoid is those middle speed pitches like the cutter, sinker in the middle of the zone.
It was the sinker on his knuckles.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Good pitch.
Dodgers strand a couple, but they tied the game.
business owner takes hard work and a whole lot of miles. We chose the Capital One Venture X business card. We earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more and earn more. What's in your wallet?
The Welcome Home celebration is going on now, and this is your best chance to get into a Mercedes-Benz GLC or GLE. Smart. Intuitive. More personal. And now, more attainable. Experience the technology, the luxury, and the personalization for yourself. Hurry in for exceptional lease and financing offers now during the Welcome Home celebration. Offers end soon. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
There are home runs, and then there are blasts. Blacata! This year, when a home run is blasted over 420 feet, Mountain Dew Baja Blast is on us. Welcome to Club Baja. Here's to a season of blasts on the field and Baja Blast at the ballpark.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-279-8123. That's 1-800-279-8123 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Tired of wasting your money on products that just don't work? That's why new Nugenix Total T2 lets you try before you buy. Just text to claim your complimentary sample. Nugenix Total T2. It's the next generation testosterone booster that sends nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. Feel leaner, stronger, and ready for anything with more energy and drive. Prove it to yourself. Text SEEK to 321-321. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of our newest fat burner, Thermo X, absolutely free.
September 1st is LA Kings night. Purchase a special ticket pack and take home an exclusive LA Kings Bailey bobblehead presented by Yamava Resorts and Casino at San Manuel. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions to learn more.
All right, Kirsten, as we welcome you back here to Atlanta, tied at 3 to the bottom of the 4th. Joe Davis, Clayton Kershaw, Kirsten Watson, and Tyler Glasnow faces off with Michael Harris. Braves in that first inning scored 3 runs on 4 hits. Glasnow has retired 8 straight.
Yeah, the last 2 innings has been really, really impressive. Only 21 pitches needed to get through the next 2 after that first, and he's doing it with his slider. You know, he's basically abandoned his curveball after the first inning, basically gone 4-seam, 2-seam fastballs and slider, and it's really working. His slider's super impressive. I want to see if he mixes in his curveball at any point, especially to these big left-handed batters. There it was right there, first one. So that was the one he needed. That's the good one right there. A little slower than I remember at 80, but still, it was it's so sharp. It's almost like it gains speed going down, and you get swings like that on it too.
You were saying you've played catch with him, and he'd throw that curveball, and then you're like, okay, it makes sense why nobody cannot swing.
Yeah, just he's so tall and over the top, so his curveball, it looks like it's coming down from 10 feet, you know, and then it's almost like it's gaining speed. So like that was as real. I don't know how fast that one was, but 82, but it was that one had that little more down and in. You see how it almost hit Michael Harris in the back foot right there. Like ideally for him, he wants to throw that middle and give him a chance to swing at it. That one had a little too much tilt to it. Oof. Did he not go right there? That was close.
You're lucky he didn't. 2 strikes. Then back to the high fastball and blows it by Harris for his 6th K.
You know, and people at home are probably seeing that ball like, that's at his eyeballs. Why is he swinging at that? But his curveball's starting at that same spot sometimes. So it's just so hard to differentiate. And that's Glass at his best. So it's good to see him bring his curveball back out this inning. And he's got all 3-4 pitches going right now.
So he struck out 6 of the last 8 that he's faced. And downstairs with the first pitch to Ozzie Albies. Hit it hard his first time, the deep center field for a sacrifice fly.
This guy's fun to watch play. He just he seems to be always smiling, really loves playing the game. I don't know if you can tell in this picture on the TV, but his bat is one of the biggest bats you'll see. He swings such a big bat. He's not a big guy, and I don't know what his thought process other than trying to get the head of the bat on the ball and take some big old swings, and for a little guy has a lot of power.
5'7", but one of his coaches said that he's built like a stone.
So strong.
Hurts to pat him on the back. He's so rocked out.
Man, I wish somebody would say that about me. That's a cool
You
thing to
built
hear.
like
No,
how about a stone?
A little softer than that, Joe, but thank you. But that's what he is, man. He's a Gold Glove second baseman, plays the game hard, switch hitter, really good from the right side, and if he can hit a few balls over the fence from the left side, it's pretty fun.
Well, the home runs have come back this year. He's an all-star for the first time since 2023 when he hit 33 home runs.
Yeah.
But only 26 combined the last 2 years. A lot of injuries. He's got 20 this year. Return to that power. He's got a base hit with one gone here in the fourth.
There's that sinker right there that Glass throws sometimes to lefties, and I didn't see where he was set up on that, but sometimes he tries to throw that inside the hip shot and maybe just miss a little middle to Ozzie right there. But look for a steal right here. This is one of the few guys in the Braves lineups that's going to try to go, and you know, like I said before, Glass might have a tough time because he's so big holding runners, so we'll see what happens here.
And if you're Atlanta, you might need a little more of that. They've been so home run reliant. When they haven't hit the ball out of the park, they haven't won. Yastrzemski takes a strike.
Yeah, see that leg kick right there. You know, base runners will say 1.3 seconds is kind of the barometer. If he's 1.3 or under, they can steal the base if they're fast. If they're 1.3 and over, if they're 1.3 and over, they can steal the base.
When does that clock start? When does it stop?
So as soon as he picks up his leg is when the clock starts, and then when it hits the catcher's mitt is when it stops. And so it sounds pretty finite when it's 1.3 or 1.2, but it makes a big difference for these guys. And so when Glass is like a 1.5 like he was right there, it's a good chance for Ozzie to steal. You know, who knows how he's feeling. He's playing every day. He might need a break over there, but that's a big lead, a stolen base lead right there.
You don't have a stopwatch on you. Are you looking and seeing, and you've just watched so many pitches you know it's 1.5?
Yeah, I sit next to Bob down there and watch him do his stopwatch, and you kind of have a guess.
Kicks away from Fiducia, and he's not going to have to steal. Albies into scoring position on a wild pitch.
Yeah, this changes the whole at bat now, where before he could he'd have to hit one in the gap to score a run. Now a hit anywhere probably scores Ozzie. So that's a big wild pitch right there.
Line drive center field. Thomas is there with a good first step.
That was such a good first step. Man, he came in on the ball. That's the hardest ball for outfielders, is line drives right at him. Michael Harris made a good chance on that Tommy Edman ball last inning, and Thomas, playing a little shallower than Michael Harris was able to make that play look easy, which that's not an easy play to make.
You know, the Dodgers have said the whole idea in taking care of this month without Pages is to how can we make sure the defense doesn't have that much of a fall off. Yeah. Center field defense, such a huge deal, and a lot of times you don't realize it until it's gone.
Yeah, you don't notice how good Paul is out there until you put somebody. Now, Alec Thomas is a great defender, but if you did put somebody out there not like that, you would notice it. You really would. And so I agree. I think it's good to have a guy like that can go out there and run balls down and make big plays for you.
Yeah, knock in runs every day.
Yeah, and he's getting offense to boot.
Riley with 2 out. Sends a high fly ball down the line, foul. For years, this was one of the best hitters in the National League. But now for years, down and down and down.
Yeah, it's I wish I knew what was going on, because when I faced him, I always used to think that was the best hitter in their lineup a lot of times when I faced the Braves. And it's still in there at times, but, you know, I think that pitch right there is his kryptonite. The fastball up, the sinker up like that it's hard to lay off and it's hard to get to. And I think when you start trying to get to that ball, you become a little bit more susceptible to the breaking ball down. And so it kind of feels like he's caught in between a little bit right now. And so let's see what Glass does to expose it.
He sticks with the high fastball.
Yeah, and Riley hasn't been good on that pitch. So that's to the scouting report. Him and Acuna both are having trouble with that elevated heater. And the only thing you can do is take it. So that's probably the best weapon against hitting that, because you're not hitting Glass's fastball up like that.
Hitters will tell you easier said than done. The thing looks juicy. And then the curveball out of the same window. Can't stop.
Can't hit that, man. I see if Glass gets another one. I bet that might be it, though.
Billboard lawyers and hedge funds are driving up housing costs. When wildfires destroy homes, the lawyers pounce, pressuring victims to litigate before taking up to 40% of the settlement. Then, hedge funds buy up insurance claims, squeezing homeowners for every dollar. They get paid first, while victims often wait years. It's a double whammy, causing skyrocketing rents, higher insurance rates, fewer homes. Victims need support, not exploitation. Take action and stop the greed.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
The real new year is almost here. Grab their faves, like Lunchables and Kraft Mac and Cheese. Wishing you all a happy school year.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Right now, get 2.9% APR for 72 months, plus $1,500 purchase cash on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
People do anything to make their beer cold. They fill trucks, find shade, even steal power. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer, people like cold beer.
The fan favorite pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger is back at Wendy's. It's kind of like a pub on a bun, a pretzel bun.
Nice buns, mate.
The Wendy's pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger. Pub kinda included.
Braves got 3 in the first inning. Dodgers have scrapped back to tie the game to the top of the 5th. We welcome you back inside. And Joe Davis and Clayton Kershaw. So you've done a few games down in the field in the well with NBC, but your first chance to get to come up here and be the guy.
This is a blast, man.
Having
Thanks
fun?
for having me. I'm having a good time. It's such a cool view up here to get to watch the game, and you get to talk baseball. What's better?
Ball one on Freddie Freeman. We're way up here, though, aren't we?
This is pretty high. Tough to see sometimes. Huh? Yeah, the pop flies and the ground balls and stuff.
They all look the same.
That's good.
The good thing is, if you decide you want to do more of this, it'll only get closer and closer and closer, because this is about as high as it gets.
That's good. It's good to know.
Hey, show them your pen. Let's see how sweet your pen is.
I think they want to see my pen.
Sometimes you take a chance. Check it out.
Oh, here,
said, hey,
check it out. There we go.
Tough guy pen.
From,
you know what, though?
Same hotel.
Cheers.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's for all my poetry, Joe.
Yeah. Man, we're seeing a different side of you post-playing career.
Had to find some hobbies, you know?
Yeah. Broadcasting, poetry, football coaching.
Yeah, we're starting some 6-man tackle. I've been playing some golf. But honestly, you know, with 5 kids, there's only so many hobbies you need, you know? So, but I enjoy being at the baseball field, and it's been really fun to get to talk about baseball and watch guys like Freddie hit right here. It's pretty fun.
Looking for his first one against Elder today. He goes up to smack it past the mound to short. Bond throws him out.
How did Elder miss that ball? That was like a changeup back to him. I think he overshot it.
Below catching speed.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, he didn't know what to do. Interesting, though, with Freddie, he's been trying to get in on him, jamming him with that 4-seam, 2-seam cutter mix. Twice now he's gotten in on him for some soft contact.
High strike on Mookie Betts here. We were talking about Mookie Betts earlier today, and his defense at short has been excellent. The offense has gotten better and better. If the offense was sitting where it is right now, 700 or so OPS in right field, it'd be a bigger concern. But when you put together what he's done defensively at a premium position like short, with the offense and with the way it's trending, this is far from a big concern.
Yeah, I think definitely he's looked a lot better the last, you know, maybe call it 10 games or so. And I don't think you talk about it enough. We did last year, but the transition from right field to shortstop, to not only play shortstop but excel the way that he's doing, is is really, really impressive. And, you know, those are the ones right there that you probably don't want to see as much with Mook. You know, the fly balls, like, you know, that sinker is kind of down middle. You know, ideally we're trying to look for the line drive right there maybe. It's hard to lift a sinker like that. It's hard to lift a sinker and try to get it over you know, in the ballpark. Mookie's got such good hands, so coordinated. He can basically do whatever he wants up there. Just sometimes he pop balls up though.
Yeah, you could kind of see it on his face there as he went back into the dugout. A little extra angst.
That was one he probably could have gotten.
Muncy swings and misses. The defense at short, could you have foreseen him getting this good?
You know, Mookie loves to challenge himself and with new things. You know, he can, you know, learn guitar, basketball, golf, bowling, all these things. But playing shortstop's a different animal. So when he set his mind to it, you know, I thought, yeah, he could be a solid shortstop, but I didn't expect him. I don't think anybody expected him to be, you know, a Gold Glove caliber shortstop the way he is. So just a testament to who he is. And look at that knock.
Dubon runs it down.
Good play.
1, 2, 3, top of the 5th for Bryce Elder and halfway home in Atlanta.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Grand Highlander, BZ, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, 4Runner, CHR, Corolla Hatchback, BZ, Woodland, Prius, Corolla Cross, Land Cruiser, Tacoma, Toyota Crown, GR Supra.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new all-hybrid Camry for $329 a month. That's right, $329 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Every time I look around, it's in my face.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues, but an AutoZoner helps them find the right Duralast battery.
Don't miss the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The first time that we met was actually at a Christmas party. There was no any flirtation, nothing like that until
I tried.
Okay, well.
So we came for date night. He scheduled the date. We're really excited because we just got engaged. I decided to be a really great girlfriend and buy him some okay seats to this Dodger game.
With the purchase of a special ticket pack, you'll take home a comfy, one-of-a-kind Dodger Date Night hoodie. Grab your tickets by visiting Dodgers.com/promotions.
Traditions aren't just about the past. They're about the future. A legacy that grows because it's always moving forward. Every journey, a new story. One tradition that evolves with us every step along the way.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Dodgers 3, Braves 3 to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hey, tell them what they've won, Clayton.
They've won a jumbo jack. That's awesome. Glass is really doing it for the boys today, isn't he?
And he's back out there for the 5th, 75 pitches with those 7 strikeouts. He gave up 3 runs over the first 4 hitters of the ball game, but just 1 base runner since.
Yeah, they're 4 for 5 to start the game, and 1 for 11 with 7 punch outs the last 11 at bats. So that's a pretty good start. And you're going to start seeing a lot more of that. People aren't wanting to get to 2 strikes. They're going to just start swinging at them.
15 swings and misses, most of them on chases.
Yeah, that's what he does when he's right. It's good to see that curveball last inning come back, but really, to me, his best pitch tonight has been that slider down below. He's gotten some punch out with fastballs elevated, and I just love to see the slider at 91, 90. That just proves to me that he's healthy and feeling good.
We abused this guy with it last time.
He tried it again right there. He finally took it. He got smart and just took it.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, I think that one started a little bit lower. Maybe recognized it a little bit earlier, but if he throws that in the strike zone, it's really tough to differentiate. So maybe he just tries to throw a little higher right here.
Fastball, big bounce to Betts, plucks it and throws with a stretch from Freeman to get him.
That's a great play by Mookie. They were talking about that before the game, some of the infielders, Muntz and Mook, about how because it's so hot here, no matter what the grounds crew does, you just get really big hops like that off the dirt. So you see that really high hop. That's not a normal hop. So for Mookie to be able to be ready for that is that's not an easy play, going to his left like that.
Field's always been an issue, not just here, but the old place too, right?
I think it's the temperature of the weather. Sometimes when it's hot, you know, I think you just get some weird hops. Sometimes it's harder to grow the grass. And yeah, Glass's pitch count's getting closer now. You know, he's at 78. I think he threw 77 in his last rehab outing. So getting Vest going here probably for Olson.
Top of the order in Baldwin, a little bit low there. A challenge from Fiducia, and I think this one is going to be burnt. He knows. Would you have been able to? Would you have had a hard time not challenging?
I would have had to swallow my pride for sure on some of that, because the catchers are so good nowadays on like making pitches look good, and you know, especially, you know, Will Smith and Barnesy, who I threw to the majority of the time, like those guys, they look like Houdini back there moving the ball around. So I would have just had to defer to them.
Yeah, you say that, but like I could see you.
When I'm mad enough, I just do dumb stuff and challenge it. I hope not, but maybe.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drake Baldwin. The Dodgers trade for Tarek Skubal. They get Blake Snell back. He's looked fantastic. And now Tyler Glasnow returns, and after a bumpy first inning of seeing eye base hits, just overwhelming stuff.
Yeah, this is encouraging. I mean, you just like you said, after that first inning, settle in a little bit. I mean, it's been 3+ months since Glass has been on the mound, so you know, it's never easy just to get back into that big league setting. And even though there, you know, exit velos were low, there were still some hits, and so for him to come back like he has is really impressive. And that rotation is, I mean, you can't even make it up. I think on paper, you know, in real life, that's. I don't know what you're going to do come postseason time when you have that many guys that can throw the ball as well as they can.
Dave Roberts is comparing it to the 90s Braves rotation. You know, a good time to make that comment being here in Atlanta. Smoltz and Glavine and Maddox. But to your point, you got Yamamoto, Skubal, Snell, who threw this weekend. Ohtani's on his way back. Glasnow not just working his way back, but with each start trying to make a case to be part of that postseason rotation.
Yeah, you need 4 guys, right, in the postseason.
Acuna with a base hit to center.
That's a good swing right there. Those are the kind of pitches that Acuna's been able to handle, is those strike breaking balls right there. It's interesting to see what Doc does right here. You know, I'm sure he might wanted them ready for Olson, Vesia. You don't want to extend Glass too much on the first one after throwing 77, but obviously he's seen enough to really know that Glass is throwing the ball well these last 3 innings, and give him a chance to get out of it after the 5th. Maybe the Dodgers score a run in the 5th and get him a dub on his way back. Be a good way to go.
How about this? He's going to let it ride.
He's going to steal a base too, maybe.
There goes Acuna. And the go-ahead run is into scoring position with a very graceful slide.
So this is interesting right here. He got ahead of Olson 0-1, but obviously this is probably the one guy in the lineup you don't want to beat you. You know, you just don't want it. The way he's going, the way he's swinging. So we'll see how Glass attacks this.
But how about if you know it might be your last hitter?
Yeah, he probably does. It's an interesting situation because it only is the 5th, right? Like, the 1 run is not the end of the world right here. I would expect Glass just to go right after him. I think that's the right play. Get out of here with 5 clean innings and go from there.
Olson, the team leader, 77 runs knocked in this year. One of the best hitters in the National League. Fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Acuna dancing around out there at second. Isn't that getting in your peripheral if you're Olson?
It's one thing if you're going to steal the base, but to steal third base with 2 outs doesn't make a ton of sense. You're going to score on any base hit anyway. So, yeah, I'm not moving a whole lot if I have Matt Olson at the plate. I'm just trying to stand still and let him try to hit one out of the ballpark.
Glasnow fires 1-2 and a fly ball to left field. No big deal for Alex Call, and Tyler Glasnow, after giving up 3 runs over the first 4 batters of the game, puts his foot down. Nothing after that in his return.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Bush's baked beans. Crack open a can of summer.
Progress is always the goal. Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-980-0552. That's 1-800-980-0552, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
The first 40,000 fans on September 2nd will take home an exclusive Shohei Ohtani championship ring presented by Games. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Braves got 3 in the first, Dodgers 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, locked at 3 to the top of the 6th. Then the night comes to a close for Tyler Glasnow. Dave Roberts gave a chance to get through 5, and he did so. Tommy Edman gets hit by the first pitch of this 6th inning.
It's a good start for the boys. Get them going right here. The Braves have some action in their pen right now too, so we'll see when they deploy this lefty. They got a lot of lefties in their pen that are throwing the ball really well, so we'll see what they do here.
Edman's been all over the bases tonight. He's already scored 2 runs, stolen a bag, and he's on 1 pitch into this 6th. Eldridge just 79 pitches, but as you said, that bullpen their biggest strength, and these are not just any games. Important games both for the 2 seed, and with the Braves looking over their shoulder now in the division, Phillies coming hot.
Yeah, the Phillies won 9 in a row before yesterday, and they're only 3 games back of the Braves. And then, you know, that 2 seed's really the most important thing, right? We're all making the playoffs at some point, most likely, but that difference between the 2 and 3 seed in the bye is huge, and both of these teams know that. So these games are worth double playing each other, so you might see some earlier bullpens than maybe normal and some lower pitch counts from starters, and especially when the Dodgers have a run of lefties with Thomas, Fiducia, and Ohtani coming up.
First 2 of those guys, the big hitters.
Tonight, you're right.
Call, Thomas, Fiducia, the 3 run-scoring hits. Ball and a strike on Tucker. Tucker 1 for 2 today, but you've liked his approach.
Yeah, he's been going the other way. You know, I think that's what Tuck needs. Like I said, he was getting some hits in LA, rolling some balls over to the 4-hole, getting some doubles down the line, which, hey, hits are hits, we'll take them. But I think ultimately when he's at his best, he's going back up the middle and staying through the ball a little bit longer. And once again, not miss-hit, but that's a good swing. It's a good swing. I would take this as progress. I really would. That's something you don't see a whole lot too there. Sorry, Joe, but he threw a 4-seamer away to Tucker, and I bet Tucker's obviously thinking sinker. You know, that's kind of his pitch. So for him to be under it, like that's not a bad miss for me. You know, if I'm a hitting coach.
So now to the part of the order that's gotten the job done tonight. Alex Call is 1 for 2. Tied it up with a base hit his last time. Bottom of the order tonight, Call, Thomas, Fiducia, those guys 4 hits combined.
It's so fun to see guys like that having good games, and you know, AC always has good at-bats, but to get clutch hits like that is huge. And I was wondering if you'd see something like that. You know, this is a good situation. You got 1 out, you got a guy that makes a lot of contact. A guy that doesn't hold runners well on the mound. It's a good time for something like that, like a bunt, a steal. I know people don't hit and run anymore, but there's a huge gap on the right side of the field. Second base playing up towards the middle. Gives AC a chance to swing the bat, hit a ground ball that way. And
instead, he strokes a line drive to left field and a base hit.
And that's why you don't need to do it when AC's just raking it. So it's the bottom of the order. I should have known better.
Alex Call, journeyman, role player. Alex Call thinks he's 7 feet tall.
He, in the batter's box, he does. He is a giant. The way he works walks, and then his after the fact when he walks it's like he just hit a 500 foot home run, you know? It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
7 foot tall Alex Call.
It's so hard what AC does too. Sit on the bench for 2 weeks straight, then come off, get a couple hits. It's just, that's not easy to do.
Strike on Alek Thomas. He's knocked in a run in all 3 games of the Dodgers and has a chance to put him in front here. Bottom third of the Dodger lineup, 5 for 7 combined. Good change.
Yeah, he's got a good changeup tonight, especially. It's a little bit harder than I remember, and it's probably really hard to differentiate the fastball from the changeup. Just at the last minute diving away from you like that. So see if he stays out there with Thomas or tries to come in and tries to get in on him a little bit. Looks like he's trying to stay away with that changeup. You know, in a pinch like this, get a ground ball to play. Although Alek Thomas runs really well, going to be tough to double up, but. You know, as like I said before, changeup's his double play pitch. Let's see if he sticks with it. It seems to me that Thomas is really far off the plate. Like just looking at him, not a big guy. Like I don't know if he can reach a ball on the corner.
Is it far enough where you would then stay away, just thinking that he can't?
I don't remember him, and maybe he moves around like pitcher dependent. There's not a lot of guys that do that, but Jock Peterson would do that. There's a few guys in the league that'll move around pitcher dependent, but lefties always gave me trouble when they got closer to the plate, trying to take away your break, your slider, and so maybe he's got a plan like, hey, he's going to come in at some point, and I'm not going to let him get in there, and just give him the outside part of the plate.
But if you see this,
I would stay away. I would stay away. If I'm Elder, I'm not trying to throw my hip shot 2-seamer. I'm trying to throw everything away, backdoor sliders. Definitely don't want to miss in right here to Thomas.
90 pitches for Elder. That bullpen's ready to go. Dodgers are looking for their first lead of the night as they look for a season best 7th consecutive win. Got him with a rising fastball.
He's been going to that 4-seamer. You know, he's done it with Ohtani up in the zone. He did it with Thomas right there. Like, that's the new Bryce Elder. He's able to do different things. Hasn't relied on his cutter as much tonight, but that 4-seamer, man, is giving guys fits at the top of the zone, and it's been impressive to watch. And jams going to that 4th, 5th pitch he has to get guys out.
All right, so it's up to Hunter Fiducia, 2 on and 2 out in a tie game in the 6th. Then he took a change for a ball. Fiducia was telling us before the game, put so much time and energy into the catching side of things. He's getting up to the plate and he's kind of like, hey, let's just go have fun. And it is working.
It's a good place to be because catching is so hard. I don't envy catchers, what they have to do to prepare for a game and the beating that they take behind the dish every night. And that's a great mindset to have because ultimately your most important job is to have success with your pitcher and put up some zeros. So not that offensively you can't be a 0, but you got to be up there and realize that that's not your main job. And Fetty's doing a good job of compartmentalizing.
3-0 on Fiducia. Back in the 2nd inning. Knocked one in. And another base hit in the 4th. And he scared him out of the zone. It's 3-0 on him.
Was this on your bingo card, Joe?
Nope.
Pitching around Fiducia to get to Ohtani?
3-1. You know, Elder knows this is probably it for him.
I know Fetty's going really good right now, and I know Shohei hasn't gotten a hit tonight, but I might be taking this pitch if I'm Fetty and just waiting to 3-2. Yeah, I think that's a professional choice right there. You know who's behind you. You've got another strike right here. You know you're probably not a guy that's going to drive one out of the park. So that's just a professional take right there by Fetty.
2 on, 2 out. 3-2. Got him with one of his best changeups of the night.
It's a great pitch. Great pitch.
So Elder finishes off 6 innings. We're all tied at 3.
Hi. You okay? Yeah, just changing up my look. I see that. I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Huh. Well, you look stunning.
Enjoy your new car.
You too.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra for $199 a month or get $2,000 customer cash. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Yep, just got back from Philly with the goods. Chopped and seasoned shaved steak, grilled onions, grilled peppers, melty Swiss-style cheese, all on a bakery soft hoagie roll. No one suspects a thing. Try my new Philly cheesesteak combo before it's too late.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Now look, just listen.
Okay.
Seems you've been using your Discover cashback card to earn 5% cashback at grocery stores all quarter.
I have.
Now, it's payback time.
What?
Oh, you mean my Discover cashback? Well, now I wish I didn't press the panic button.
What'd you go and do that for?
Sorry, we're just like...
Oh, it's payback time.
Activate and earn 5% cash back at different categories each quarter and up to $1,500 in purchases.
Pays to Discover.
School is back, and Dick's has the latest styles and hottest trends. Like Retro Run, Clean Court Classics, and new favorites to win your year. Plus, finish your list with backpacks and water bottles. It's never been easier to sport your style.
When the gates open, the atmosphere takes over. Every game is a unique experience with your back-to-back world champions.
It is gone, a home run!
Strikes out swinging.
Join us at the ballpark on Tuesday, September 1st for LA Kings Night. Purchase a special ticket pack and take home an exclusive LA Kings Bailey bobblehead presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Philly-style bonus Jack combos, shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese starting at $5.49. All tied at 3 to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. After 5 innings from Tyler Glasnow, the pen takes over with Alex Vesia.
Yeah, Glass, I'm happy for him. You know, first inning, give up 3 runs early, much like Skubal did in Detroit against back home. I just said Detroit like he's on the Tigers still. He's on the Dodgers now.
Facing the Tigers this weekend.
Yes, he is. That'll be fun.
Against the Pirates.
So for Glass to get out of that with only 3 in the first is huge. And now the Vest coming in the game. And with Vest, you don't even look at the velocity. You really don't. It's just a different type of fastball. He stays at the top of the zone, and it's just really tough to hit. His vertical break on his fastball is elite.
Which means what?
I don't really know. They just say it. But basically, like, it just looks like it's rising as it goes, and I never got into the analytics side as well as I needed to, but four-seam fastballs, the ones that go up, have vertical breaks that are elite, which is like 18 to 20. And Vest is, that was 19 right there from Vest. So he's just, that's his gift. That's his superpower. And that's how he gets guys out. And his changeup's gotten better this year, which is good to see. Throwing his slider well and having another good year for the Dodgers.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Mauricio Dubon. 4, 5, and 6 for the Braves here in a tie game in the 6th inning. The whole key for Alex has been that stuff you're talking about, making sure it's in and around the strike zone, because guys don't hit it. The average against Vesia is 150, but the walk rate is way up, and that's where his problems have come.
Yeah, you got to keep guys off the base, and so especially when it's tough to hit like that, you just need to come right at them. And it's a tough gap to narrow when it's trying to throw high. Nice play, Fetty.
Wow. Him and Freeman again coming together. This time it's Paducha's turn.
That was a great play. That's tough for a catcher to go forward like that. That's a really tough play.
No one gone in the 6th inning, and this is nothing but a success today in Glasnow's first start back.
After that first inning, it was really fun to watch him settle in, and curveballs maybe up a little bit, getting some CNI singles, came back, started throwing that slider, and that fastball, man, you can't talk enough about it. Sinker and four seam, just guys can't even hit it, swinging right through it.
So now the pen, which is coming off a couple good games against Pittsburgh. Trying to keep this a tie ball game. A strike on Michael Harris. Last 2 games against Pittsburgh, 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Vesia's not been alone in the walks being an issue. The bullpen average against Dodger relievers, 2nd lowest in baseball, but the walk rate since the start of July, the worst in baseball.
And that makes a difference in resetting the bullpen. You know, sometimes you see 1 inning, no runs, and that's a success no matter how you look at it. But when it's a 25-pitch inning or when it's a 10-pitch inning, that makes a big difference for the next day and the next day and just helps you reset. So, you know, when you can throw 10, 12, 15 pitches an inning, that's when you can go back the next day. But when you're getting into that 20, 25 range, you're going to have to take a day off.
Poke to deep left field. Call goes back on it with plenty of room. 2 out. We get a word from Morongo.
The music of U2 by Elevation U2. The 27th, Morongo.
3-3 game, bottom of the 6th, and Ozzie Albies comes up.
This is a tough matchup for a lefty. Ozzie is so hard to handle as a left-handed pitcher. Watch where he stands watch his back foot where he stands, if you can see this in the box. I mean, he is on top of the plate with that back foot, and he stands open, comes in like this, and you feel like you have room in, but there's no room in. He can get to any ball on the inside part of the plate. And he went changeup right there. That was such a good pitch. This is just a tough matchup. Ozzie always gave me problems as a left-handed pitcher. I thought I had room in. I thought I had room down. And he doesn't walk a lot, but he can hit a lot of bad balls. Balls in the dirt, balls at his face. He can just handle a lot, especially on the right side.
And an 0-1 from Vesia. Loads up and fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Change up and then a fastball. Now what?
He's doing a really good job. He went, you know, change up basically middle, get him off balance, and then that fastball just up and in as a ball. Honestly, I think I'd probably throw that same pitch, that up and in fastball, maybe just up like at his eyeballs. Don't let him touch it. Definitely not throwing anything near the strike zone to Ozzie. He's not walking.
Now this guy chases as much as anybody.
Honestly, not a bad. I mean, he might swing at that. That's not a bad pitch right there because you got to go lower than low. Slider's a tough pitch. I used to try to throw him sliders down and in, and that's what he would hit into the visiting bullpen out there. So fastballs and changeups probably the way to go. And Vest, you know, he keeps his fastballs up. So I think he's probably going heater up right here. Another changeup.
Grounded down to third. Muncy guns it across, and a 1-2-3 6th inning for Alex Vesia.
Good for Vest.
Tie game in the top of the order coming up when you come back.
Some people question everything they eat. You chew first, then ask if there's more. So whatever the mood, whatever the craving, it's all here. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
The Labor Day event is going on now at your Southern California Chevy dealers. Perfect for end-of-summer savings. The Chevy Equinox, stylish, smart, and ready for family road trips, weekend adventures, or one last summer getaway before fall sets in. Come take it for a spin and see how perfectly it fits your busy days. Current eligible lessees.
Cravings don't wait for game day. They hit AM/PM for Dodger Dogs. The only place to get them hot outside the stadium. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-279-8123. That's 1-800-279-8123 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Tired of wasting your money on products that just don't work? That's why new Genix Total T2 lets you try before you buy. Just text to claim your complimentary sample. New Genix Total T2. It's the next generation testosterone booster that sends nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. Feel leaner, stronger, and ready for anything with more energy and drive. Prove it to yourself. Text SEEK
to 321-321.
Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of our newest fat burner, Thermo X, absolutely free.
3-3 game, top of the 7th inning here in Atlanta. All right, July 20th, 2014, in St. Louis. Carlos Martinez on the mound. They gave you credit for a steal on this.
That is so generous. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's
How do you think you won the MVP that year? We'll push you across, man.
I did kind of steal there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Ball on Shohei Ohtani facing Dylan Lee to lead off this 7th. You got on base by failing at a bunt, so that's not great. But
So
you made up for it with the speed.
I had to make up for it. I felt bad.
For sure.
That was just a guilt steal. That's good.
1 ball and 1 strike. Braves bring on the best that they have down there as far as the setup role, and as good as there is in the National League this year. 5-0 with a .215, leads the league in holds.
Yeah, this guy's been great for the Braves. Obviously their best guy, best lefty out of the pen. They had Suarez, who's hurt now. Iglesias is their closer, but this guy's kind of the fireman. Get big lefties out like Shohei and Freddie right here. And his four-seamer is what's doing it. Opponents are 9 for 71, 127 average against his four-seamers. So
that was it right there. A challenge from Ohtani. And he'll lose it. Dodgers done with their challenges. So one of the best four seams in baseball at 91.
Yeah, his fastball is faster this year than it has been in years past, up to 95. But yeah, 91 tonight. But he's a lot like Alex Vesia, very similar in stuff, maybe just a little more across his body.
Races Ohtani to the bag and a bang play, but he wins it.
Yeah, his stuff is down tonight, you know, and when I was preparing for this, watching some of his video, he was up to like 94, 95 against teams. So his velo is definitely down tonight, but sometimes, like I said with Vest, the velo doesn't matter as much as the vert, and he's got a really good fastball when it comes to vertical break, and you'll see that, you know, top of the zone fastball, guys just swinging through it, even if it is 91.
Really close play over there at first base, but he does beat Ohtani, and it brings up Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3 today. Freeman's played 13 games here in Atlanta since going to the Dodgers. He's reached base in all 13 and has knocked in 12, but looking for his first impact tonight. Down an 0-1 from Lee. Lays off a slider.
It's a good take right there. You know, with Lee, he kind of steps across his body. So when he lands, he's kind of aimed at a left-handed batter. And then what's funny about Vesia, who we just saw, he lands very open. He's almost stepping at a right-handed batter when he lands. Different ways to go about it, but still a similar four-seam profile. And you're seeing here against Freddie a lot of sliders. And that's hard to hit as a lefty. When you're stepping at the guy and then throwing the slider to the other side of the plate, that's just not easy to see, not easy to pick up, and honestly kind of scary.
It's interesting to hear you talk about stepping. I would think you just step where you were trying to throw it.
Yeah, I would say most guys are stepping right towards the middle of the plate, right? That's the easiest north-south delivery. Try to get the ball right to the middle of the plate and then go from there. But that's just not the way some guys' bodies work. That's not where some guys stand on the rubber. And, you know, sometimes when you throw across your body, I mean, there's a fear factor involved. When you see guys stepping right at you and throwing the other way, like, that's not easy. You know, Chris Sale, like throwing balls behind you, like he's having an incredible season.
Freeman goes up to get that ball, smacks it in the air to center field, but it's hauled in by Harris for out number 2. Well, the top of the order for the Dodgers tonight. 0 for 11 combined. Ohtani threw Betts. They have 8 hits in this game, 5 of them coming from the bottom third. Strike one on Betts.
Yeah.
Betts goes out to get it and singles into center field. So the first hit of the game for the top third of the Dodger lineup extends this 7th inning.
Yeah, that ball's up and away for Mookie, and he almost runs out of bat, but just had enough to get the end on it, and you know, found a good spot. Sometimes when you take good swings, even though you don't get it on the barrel, you get hits, and good hitters get cheap hits is kind of the mantra that guys have. And, we've got the best in baseball at that at Freddie. He'll hit it anywhere. And, Mookie's same thing right there.
Here's Muncy, 2 gone. It seems like anytime the Dodgers have had a chance at a big hit, if he's been the one up there, they've gotten that big hit. Jack Dreyer gets ready for the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Muncy's doing everything well right now, including clutch hitting, coming up with big homers, big knocks, guys in scoring position, kind of doing it all. And be a good birthday present for a homer right here.
Just gets under this one. Down the line.
It's a good swing.
Acuna. Finish off the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store.
Dad, what's with the parrot? It's to remind everyone that Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free.
It's Sit and Sleep's Labor Day sale. Save up to $1,400 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets.
Free!
Just before it ends, Ford's summer sales event got even better. It's what you've been waiting for. Start with 0% APR for 36 months, plus $1,000 towards your down payment on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get $500 final days Ford bonus cash and make no payments for 90 days. And you can get Ford's 2-year complimentary premium maintenance plan. Another great bonus. These are the final days of the summer sales event. Take advantage of these deals by August 31st.
When you give someone your word, you keep it. Over 100 years ago, soldiers built USAA on that promise. Today, we're still taking care of the military, their spouses, kids, and then grandkids. USAA, taking care of our own.
Say you get a home on Airbnb with a chef's kitchen. Now you can get a chef on Airbnb to cook in it. Or if you get a ski house, now you can get an après ski massage. Or if you get a place in the clouds, now you can get a yoga teacher to keep you grounded. Homes, experiences, and services. Now you can Airbnb more than an Airbnb.
Feeling internet envy? It can happen. T-Mobile has the fastest 5G home internet. Just another reason to choose T-Mobile. And you too, you should try it. You'll love it. And if you don't, get your money back. Money's good, right? This is fun, isn't it? Get T-Mobile 5G home internet for just $35 a month with a 5-year price guarantee. Who wants to ride again? There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile. Find yours.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. We got a good one going to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 3. Yeah, one of the top pitchers in this Dodger bullpen as the season has gone on has been Jack Dreyer. The last 2 months, he's got a 1.59 ERA.
Yeah, Jack's looked great the last 2 months. You know what I see with him is his little velo jump. He's throwing the ball harder. His sliders, obviously, his bread and butter, and mixing in his curveball a little bit more, too. So he's going to face a pinch hitter here in Lane Thomas. And this is the platoon that the Braves wanted when they trade for Lane Thomas. You know, they want Yastrzemski against the right, Lane Thomas against the left. And so this is, this is what Lane Thomas makes his career on doing, hit lefties. So this is a tough first matchup for Jack out of the pen.
The Braves didn't do a ton at the deadline, but they got Thomas from Kansas City. And to lead off this bottom of the 7th in a 3-3 game. If you happen to just tune in, heck, if you happen to tune in like 10 minutes late, you missed everything from Atlanta. Scored 3 runs, first 4 hitters, nothing since. First pitch from Dreyer is a curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, Jack's trying to work that curveball in a little bit more, especially 0-0 to seal a strike, even sometimes when it's a longer at bat. And I really like his curveball. I think it's a good pitch for him. You know, he's obviously fastball slider dominant, but anytime he can throw his curveball, it's going to help keep everybody off balance a little bit.
There's a slider.
That's his bread and butter. That's his pitch. He can throw that in any count at any time. It's good against left. It's good against right. It's just a great pitch, and that's what he's going to rely on with that fastball at the top of the zone. You know, I was talking to Vess about this, and Jack's in the same boat, but that high fastball with the ABS system is really, it's become a harder pitch to throw. You know, with the challenges and different things, it's not as much room up there as there used to be.
No big deal in center field for Alek Thomas. The top of the zone, as ruled by ABS, 3 inches shorter than was called by humans prior.
And that's a lot. I mean, that makes a big difference. So guys are kind of having to learn that, and that might be why Vestas maybe has a few more walks this year. And Jack's kind of in the same boat, trying to find that top rail with that four-seamer, how far he can go up.
Glasnow continued Riley's rough season, 2 strikeouts. He's happy to have him out of there. 1 for 12 in his career against Glasnow. And now faces the lefty in Dreyer. Grounds first pitch curve foul.
I love that right there. That first pitch curveball went right back to it after bouncing the first one to then Thomas at bat. Just really sets the tone. He hasn't thrown his 2 best pitches yet to Riley, so he can go fastball up, slider. He's really got anything he wants right here.
0-2.
And that fastball stays right on that plane of the curveball, and so that's really tough. It's a lot like Glass, throwing that curveball at the top and then letting the four-seamer kind of mirror right off that. I think in the pitching world they call that tunneling, kind of tunneling the pitches, and it's really hard to decipher as a hitter.
Right back to the four-seam, missed up, ball 1.
And you see the velo right there, 96.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen 97 out of him this year. Like Jack last year was probably 91, 94, and so now he's I would say pretty consistently 93, 96, even 97 at times, and that's a big jump, especially when you take in the usage, how much Jack's been throwing. So that's a pretty good sign that he's doing something right.
Yeah, how much of it is mechanical? How much of it is conviction?
I don't know. You'd have to. I mean, it depends on the guy. Jack looks pretty convicted right now, though, with the way he's throwing the ball. So confidence plays a huge role for sure.
Here he comes to the 2-2 to Riley. Tried the slider and miss, and Riley's worked it full.
Jack's such a hard worker. He's in the weight room early every day. He does almost as much mental preparation as physical preparation, which is different than most guys, including myself. Like he spends a lot of time on the mental side of the game, and it's used to his advantage.
Yeah, last year 92-93 on average. Since the start of July, where he's been one of their best pitchers, 95.
I mean, that is a huge jump, especially in the middle of the season like that. So I don't know, it might be something to ask him about. I don't know exactly what's going on, but even that fastball right there in the middle part of the plate got by Riley, beat him on a 3-2 count. So he's doing something right. Long at bat right here. We'll see how long he sticks with the fastball before he tries to beat him on a slider. It's going to be an interesting choice. He obviously don't want to walk the winning run on base, but might be time for a slider right here. Went curveball.
Try to backdoor it. The biggest hole statistically has been that high fastball for Riley.
He has struck out twice tonight, but what he has done, which I don't think he has been doing as much, is taking it, because sometimes it's just such a hard pitch to hit and it's such a hard pitch to lay off when you're trying to get some hits. So sometimes the best thing you can do is take the pitch you can't hit.
Dreyer tries the 9th pitch to Riley and strikes him out. Back to that high honey hole with a fastball.
And that was a strike, too. So nothing Riley can do. And then just a perfect pitch by Jack, 3-2. That's a good spot. Yeah, just swung right through it. Just beat him.
Six up, 6 down for the Dodger pen. The lefties, Vesia and Dreyer. Now it's Sean Murphy, the 9-hitter. Nasty.
Oh, that's such a good pitch. Now, I mentioned Alek Thomas earlier, how far he was standing off the plate, and not sure why he was doing that. Maybe he doesn't want the ball to be in. Murphy's another guy that stands pretty far off the plate, but I know for a fact he does not want the ball inside. He likes to get the ball out away from him, and so he's basically hoping that they throw the ball away. So these sliders down and in are not what he's looking for. He doesn't want to hit those.
You sticking with it?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want here. I just you can go fastball up to reset, or might as well go one more slider. That's what Glass did.
That's what Dreyer did.
That's a perfect 2-strike pitch. It's just a little bit lower. A good take. I mean, he can go back to it or fastball up. What I wouldn't do is throw something out over the plate. I would stick, up and in or down and in right here.
Here he comes with the 1-2. Right to the outside edge.
That's why you don't guess in this profession, I guess, right? But that was another great pitch, able to foul it off. But once again, 96. That's just impressive to me. Just his usage and how much he's been able to do. It's for his velo to jump like that. It's just a really good sign for the Dodgers pen moving forward.
Tries the 1-2 again. Over the plate with the fastball and fouled off. You weren't guessing. You were talking from experience.
Educated
what you
guess.
should do.
Educated guess. So these are some good at-bats right here by the bottom of the Braves order. This is what you're talking about. When Jack gets into that 20-pitch territory, could be a little more challenging for him to go out there tomorrow.
Checks his swing, 2-2.
All right, so we got to end this at bat right here, 2-2. We don't want to go 3-2 again. We want to end this at bat. You can basically throw whatever you want. We just don't want to go 3-2 right here.
Fouled it off.
It's a good slider. You know, speaking of Greg Maddux, you know, talking about Elder's cutter. Greg was with me my first year, his last year in 2008. And he would sit at the rail and watch the games and kind of predict what would happen. And I like to try to do that with him. And what he said about 2-2 and 3-2 counts, he said, whatever you throw 2-2, you better have the conviction to throw it 3-2. And so what he meant is if you're going to throw a slider in the dirt 2-2 to go to 3-2, you better have the conviction to throw that 3-2 slider again, because you can't come back fastball and just give him a free cookie, you know. And so Jack just threw a 2-2 curveball right there. He's not going to throw a curveball right here, but he needs to be willing to throw that slider right here.
3-2. What an at-bat from Murphy.
It's a great at-bat. Really good at-bat.
First walk of the game issued by Dodger pitching. And it extends his 7th inning for the top of the order. Evan Phillips is ready. That would be for Acuna, who's on deck. Only the third base runner for the Braves since the first inning. Drake Baldwin takes downstairs and ball 1.
You know, Baldwin this year has really hung in there against lefties. He's one of their guys that can hit left on left pretty well as Michael Harris. So just because he's left-handed, not an easy matchup for Jack right here.
2-0. Good pick by Fiducia. Dodgers have won 6 in a row. Braves have dropped 7 of 10. Their lead in the East is dwindling down to 3.5 games over the Phillies. Dodgers have a chance here if they can win this series against Atlanta to really gain some distance for the bye. Brewers, by the way, down 2-1 in New York against the Mets. Bottom of the 8th inning in that game. Dodgers 1 back of Milwaukee for the top seed. Brewers, though, do have the tiebreaker there. Here's the 2-1 from Dreyer to Baldwin. Got it by him, strike 2.
Good pitch right there.
What do you like here?
So he went 0-0-1-0 slider and then 2-0-2-1 fastball. So he's gone 2 and 2. I mean, I would say slider, but I've been wrong for this last 4 times. So
you feeling a little gun shy?
Yeah, I kind of am a little gun shy. Right
Come on,
go fastball.
Ah, it's banged up the middle, base hit. Maybe he should have gone slider.
Honestly, I just went fastball because I saw
the sign.
I saw where Fetty set up, and so I knew. So I guessed right, but yeah, I don't know if I would have thrown that.
All right, so Atlanta mounting something here, and they're going to chase Jack Dreyer, retired the first 2. Walk from Murphy, single from Baldwin, and Dave Roberts to go to Evan Phillips to face Ronald Acuna Jr.
Whoever said fork in the road must have been hungry. Hungry for the Sorrento and the capability that keeps going wherever life takes you. So go ahead, take the fork in the road. With the capable Sorrento, every way forward
is the right way. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months or $3,000 customer cash on the purchase of a new 2026 Sorrento.
For years, Mike's worn a baseball cap to hide his thinning hair, which makes everyone think he's good at baseball. He's terrible. But since choosing Nutrafol to help him grow visibly thicker, fuller hair, he's on track for a comeback. Just not one that involves baseball. Hats off to you, Mike. Hats off to you.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip Deal is here. Buy one Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents. 99 cents? That's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor, Savannah Bud.
The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. The Braves have their first threat since they got those 3 runs in the first inning. They're tied at 3 here in the last of the 7th, and Dave Roberts brings on Evan Phillips for Ronald Acuna.
It's a big at-bat right here, Joe. We don't want to face Olsen in this situation with a walk, bases loaded or anything. So, but this is what Evan's for. He's the fireman. You know, he always comes in big situations. This is what he's good at. I've really liked what I've seen from him since coming off Tommy John, and his stuff looks great. So this is right the guy you want right here. 2 on, 2 out.
First one to Acuna is a fastball that just misses inside, and they're out of challenges.
I think Fetty wanted to challenge that too. He knew.
And it would have been a good one.
No.
Back-to-back fastballs to a guy that's hitting 120 against him this year.
Yeah, that's the book. It doesn't feel comfortable, though, as a pitcher to sit out there and just throw 4-seamers. You know, you feel like you need to mix it up. You need to throw that slider. You need to throw, for in Evan's case, that sweeper. But I don't know. He got a hit on Glass's slider last at bat. He might be just seeing a heavy dose of 4-seamers right here.
There's a sweeper.
That's the place you want to put it, outside the zone. I mean, Evan's sweeper is obviously elite, so if he can keep it there, that's a great pitch. But just can't throw that in the strike zone.
Have you opened up a chance to go back to the fastball to finish him, though?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Evan's bread and butter is that fastball glove side, like painted down and away. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. He could go up, but if you're throwing a sweeper, it's got to be a ball.
Back to the fastball, checked his swing.
That's the perfect pitch right there. Perfect pitch. Acuna didn't have enough time to swing. And he got to be some kind of strong to check your swing like that. He went and then that's like a Yasiel Puig check swing right there.
Murphy at second, Baldwin at first. 2-2 pitch from Phillips. Late on that fastball.
That's good hitting, though. When you have 2 strikes, that's what you want to do. You want to foul off the heater that way so you're on time for the breaking ball in case you get it. So if I'm Evan right here, you don't want to go 3-2. But you don't want to throw that 4-seamer there either. So I think I'm sticking 4-seamer up, Joe. What are you doing?
I'm worried that if he throws a breaking ball, that's his bat speed right now. Hit sharply, but right at bats. And they go the short way to get out of it.
Yeah. Get that one hard, Joe. We got away with that one.
Maxing is so maxing right now, bro. Carl's Jr. is saving you big with a $5.99 maxed out double stack spicy chicken sandwich. This is unreal value in the bromosphere. So max.
Take one Defender. Add a large helping of sand. Mix in some rocks. Freeze to -40 for several days. Then soak in 35 inches of water. Bake at 122 Fahrenheit. Finally, serve on a plateau of your choosing.
Explore available offers now at LandRoverUSA.com.
People do anything to make their beer cold. They fill trucks, find shade, even steal power.
That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
At Carl's Jr., after 8 p.m., choose a sandwich, side, and 4 chicken stars for just $5.99. You build it, we bag it. Build your bag all day and unlock more choices on the app.
Oh, my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof!
The celebration continues. Join us on September 2nd versus the Cardinals to celebrate the Dodgers championship win with a Shohei Ohtani championship ring. Be one of the first 40,000 fans to take home this exclusive championship Ohtani ring, commemorating the back-to-back win presented by Cygains. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Traditions aren't just about the past. They're about the future. A legacy that grows because it's always moving forward. Every journey, a new story. One tradition that evolves with us every step along the way.
September 4th is Dodger Date Night. With the purchase of a special ticket pack, take home a comfy Dodger Date Night hoodie. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
On to the 8th inning we go in a 3-3 ball game. Lane Thomas, after pinch hitting, will stay in and play left field. This is Victor Medeiros, who pitched for the Angels for parts of a few seasons and had an .853 ERA, so they cut him loose. He's come to the Braves and been a pretty good arm. And he's in a big spot here. Top of the 8th, tied up. Tommy Edman leads off and pops the first pitch up. One pitch, one out. Welcome to the game, Medeiros.
Yeah, he throws really, really hard, 97, 98, 99, but his bread and butter is a cutter. He throws that, 92, 94, and guys are just hitting 174 on the year on it. So obviously he's doing something right with that. He's in the zone, making guys go after it, and I mean, when you're throwing that hard, it's hard to decipher between a fastball and a cutter.
Kyle Tucker singled and scored back in the second. A couple flyouts the other way since. Took a rip.
There it was right there, just that little hump in it at 92. It's just, that's a great pitch to a lefty and a righty. So I can see why he's having some success this year. Maybe that's a new one for him. He didn't have that in Anaheim.
25-year-old from Cuba delivers 0-1, and Tucker takes strike 2. 3 runs on 9 hits for the Dodgers, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Braves. $16 hits, all singles.
Wow.
Sunday, it was all singles in the Dodgers-Pirates game. It was only the 5th time all year in Major League Baseball that had been the case, and now I got it going again.
Doing it again. 16 singles. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Just finding holes, not hitting the ball hard? Just good pitching, maybe?
Great pitching, limited damage.
Yeah.
Just high. 2-2 on Tucker.
That's a good pitch. It kind of feels like we're gonna need more than we're gonna need a homer. I think we need one over the fence right here.
It's like the first team to break that wins the game.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need somebody to run past first base.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Tucker swings and misses. Cutter gets him, 2 out.
It's a good pitch right there. Yeah, it just gets on the side of that. It's almost like a fastball just right on the side and just comes right in, bores in on you. Feels like it's trying to break your bat when you hit it. And for a lefty, that's tough.
So Alex Call, bases empty, 2 out. 2 hits for Call today. Out of the 9 hits the Dodgers have, 5 of them have come from the bottom third of the order. Call, Thomas, and Fiducia. Scott gets ready for the 8th. Braves have Olsen, Dubon, and Harris coming up.
Yep, our best first there is right there. This is what AC does. 2 outs, nobody on, feels like a harmless inning, and he's just going to go out there and put up a good at bat. And who knows what can happen if he gets on base right here. I would expect him to take this pitch.
He did. He's ahead 3-0.
That's such a tough pitch to take too. That cutter looks like it's right down the middle. He's got a plan, man. He knows what he's doing. He's prepared, and it might not look super sexy, but he gets the job done. It's the first sinker we've seen right there. Right on right, throwing the sinker. It's a good pitch, maybe just to get him back in the zone 3-1. So we'll see what he does here. See what AC does here, too, if he lets it go.
Taken, 3-2. Man, so you got the cutter moving like crazy to the left. The sinker, 97, doesn't move a ton, but it's in the opposite direction.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. When he basically has 3 fastballs, right? A cutter, a sinker, and a 4-seamer. It's hard. I mean, he's having success because he's in the zone, and guys don't know which way it's going, and it's so fast. It's a great job by AC. Just a good at bat. I hope he walks so you can see, so we can describe. Watch him take off his arm guard and like throw his bat right here if he walks.
Like LeBron throwing up the.
It really is. It's amazing.
Do it. Do it.
Throw that thing. Oh, it's so good. He threw the bat. It was a little more tame right there, but it's like the bat's hot. He got rid of it.
Yeah, right.
Got rid of it. Throw that thing, AC. Yes.
Done with that. Done with you.
It's kind of like he's saying, you don't want to challenge me.
Right.
I'm not good enough to throw a strike to me yet. There's some edge to his game. You got to have it, though. You got to have it. Nicest guy in the world, but you got to have some edge playing this game.
Inning kept alive for Alek Thomas. Ball away. Alex Call, not a good base stealer. 1 for 2 this year. 20 stolen bases in his career, but he's been caught 14 times.
Okay. It's not great.
Not.
Let's take a look at Madero's leg kick right here. See if we can get a decent jump on it. Because ultimately you're stealing it on the leg kick. You know, Murphy's good back there, but, you know, if he's slow, there's really nothing you can do. Yeah, I mean, that's a slide step. That's like a 1-1-1. You're not. He's shut down over there. That's a really good job by Maderos right there. You can't steal on that. I mean, there's very few. I would say like the Corbin Carrolls and the Pete Crow Armstrongs are probably the only guys thinking about stealing off of that.
Call doesn't look very runnerish at this point. Ball 3 on Thomas.
Bottom of the lineup again, getting something going.
5 hits and a walk. They've knocked in all 3 runs. Thomas, who's 1 for 3 in the driver's seat here on a 3-1 pitch. He takes ball 4, and that's back-to-back 2-out walks. Go-ahead run into scoring position, and Hunter Fiducia coming up. Walt Weiss coming out. Dylan Dodd. Tie game in the 8th. The Dodgers for the patience here from Alex Call and Alek Thomas. That's it for Maderos.
An invitation to the feeling of moving through the world with unmistakable presence. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus models.
What makes Marco's Specialty Pizzas so special? They're specially crafted with premium toppings. From garlic parmesan white sauce to 4 high-quality meats to 1 loaded with everything. To this and this. Oh, and this. Phew, got them all. Upgrade your next pizza night with $3 off all Marco's Specialty Pizzas.
In the summer, how your team swings the bat swings your mood. And you've been riding pretty high. But nothing lasts too long in baseball. So just travel home for a series before those bats go cold. Go on, book that trip. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
There are home runs, and then there are blasts. Blacata! This year, when a home run is blasted over 420 feet, Mountain Dew Baja Blast is on us. Welcome to Club Baja. Here's to a season of blasts on the field and Baja Blast at the ballpark.
Bottom of the lineup, telling the story for the Dodgers in this game. 5 out of 9 with a pair of walks. They've knocked in all 3, and they're looking for more here. With a new pitcher coming in, trying to solve this part of the order, it's Dylan Dodd, one of the best in the National League. And Dave Roberts, Clayton, is going to counter with Miguel Rojas, who's hitting .313 against left-handers, top 5 in the league.
Lefty killer. This is a really good matchup. Dodd's been unbelievable for the Braves. Miggy's been unbelievable against lefties, and it's a good slider right there. That's not a. It says cutter on the screen, but that's a slider. The way that one moved. You know, Dodd, I was reading about him. He changed the orientation on his fastball to where he's throwing almost like, instead of a 4-seamer, he's throwing a 2-seam, but it's getting that rise. So we'll see if we see that right here from Miggy, or if he just sticks with that slider.
Popped up, shallow right center field. Harris is on to put it away and end the inning. Dodgers with a 2-out threat, but they strand him.
The fan favorite pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger is back at Wendy's. It's kind of like a pub on a bun, a pretzel bun.
Nice buns, mate.
The Wendy's pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger. Pub kinda included.
This is the 2026 Nissan Frontier with a 310 horsepower V6 engine. It's a truck for truck stuff. It's tough from the shocks up and carries its weight on the road. Find your Frontier in the 2026 Nissan Frontier. Nissan, most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Now get 0% APR for 60 months or get up to $5,750 total savings on select Frontier trims.
Want a tip? You could get big discounts on car insurance with Mercury.
What if I'm a good driver?
Discount.
What if I'm an exceptional driver?
Even bigger discount. Mercury.
We asked women one simple question. What makes a man a gentleman?
A gentleman always pays for dinner. Always.
A gentleman looks like they put in some effort. They can't have just rolled out of bed. A gentleman always holds open the door. It's just good manners.
A gentleman saves himself for marriage.
These days, being a gentleman can be challenging, but smelling like one, that's easy.
Wow. Ugh, that's what a gentleman smells like, okay?
Yep, that's it.
What are you doing tonight?
If he smells this good, he's got my attention.
Gravite. Visit trygravite.com. Use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off.
Can I keep this guy?
Trygravite.com.
When this one wraps up, stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by Mercury Insurance. Hey, change up, Kirsch. Tanner Scott, who certainly went through it in his first season with the Dodgers last year. His ERA was close to 5. He's got a 2.24 this year, and half of that since the start of July.
Yeah, happy for him at a time that they really needed to. You know, obviously with Diaz going down, so big change has been his slider. Guys are hitting 155 against the slider. Look for a lot of those tonight, especially against these lefties.
Tough part of the order right here. He's got Olsen, Dubon, and Harris.
This is the meat. This is what Tanner's here for. It's fun to see him executing. That fastball's got some life up again, and his slider's been just unhittable.
There it was.
So good. I mean, that's, you know, you see that 89. Like his slider, like Glass and Scott, I like to see, you know, even a 9 in front of Tanner's would be nice. I like the 90s. I like the 91s. 89's okay. It's just a good spot for him to be in.
Here's this 1-1. Olsen lashes it to left center field. That's a base hit. Thomas cuts it off, heaves it in towards second, but it won't be in time to get Olsen a belly flop double, the first extra base hit of the ball game.
It's a really good piece of hitting right there. Fastball up and away, just takes it out to left center. It's just really good. The fact that Alek Thomas cuts this ball off and throws it and makes Olsen even have to dive into second just shows. I can't really call it a dive. You might call it a flop, yeah. Right? But that was a really good play by Thomas to cut that ball off.
Only the second extra base hit that Scott's given up to a left-hander all year, and it comes from the guy that leads the league in extra base hits. Bunt situation for Dubon. The corner's already crashing. Boy, slash play, and he breaks his bat and gets the job done unconventionally.
That's what Dubon does. You know, he shows the bunt, come back, sees the guys crashing, pulls it back. You got to have elite contact skills to be able to do that, and you can't be afraid either, because when you're holding that bat out there, your head's over the plate. That's kind of scary. So, especially with the guy throwing as hard as Tanner. So it's a good job. Got the guy in, and now it's up to Harris to do his job, and we'll see what Tanner can do to try to get a punch out.
I'll tell you what, Dubon's bat-to-ball ability, biggest story of this game for the Braves at this point. Knocked in their first run, scrapping in the first inning, putting the ball in play, and here he moves the go-ahead run to third. Harris with 1 out. Fought off, bouncer in front of the plate. Scott to first, just as good as a strikeout.
Great job by Tanner right there. Man, taking his time. You know, sometimes pitchers, I know from experience, have a tendency to panic in those situations and throw it up the line. And it's almost like a backup slider. He kind of did an excuse me swing on it, got away with it. And, it's a really big out right there.
So now it's Albies, who you were telling us about last time, really tough on left-handed pitchers.
This is a tough matchup. Tanner's got 2 pitches. He doesn't have the changeup like Vess used in that last at bat as a lefty to keep him off balance. So we'll see. You know, Ozzy's honey hole is that down and in spot. So we'll see if he sticks with his strength versus Ozzy's strength or tries to mix it up a little.
You're saying you'd try those sliders down and in, and he would hook them out.
Yeah, I feel like he's taking me. I remember 1 homer for sure. There might be 2 in there. We don't need to look that up. Okay, we don't need to look that up, but I'm pretty sure he's gotten me a few times.
Clayton just poured coffee all over Rick Krajewski's laptop.
But he just has so much reach down and in that maybe Tanner tries to throw a slider a little bit more middle to back door right here. Maybe he just sticks with elevated heaters, or maybe he just says, screw it. You know what? My slider's my best pitch. Try to hit it.
Sometimes not my slider, right?
Sometimes you got to do it. Yeah, sometimes you got to do it.
Here we go. Tie game, 8th inning. Tanner Scott to Ozzy Albies. Downstairs with a slider. You see it has been Rortvedt now in doing the catching after Fiducia was pinch hit for it. And some pressure on him here.
It's not a terrible plan to just kind of make Ozzy chase, you know, like try to throw sliders below, fastballs above, and you know, a walk is not the worst thing in the world right here. So if he wants to swing at balls below the zone or above, let him. Otherwise, you know, Lane Thomas is a good hitter, but I'd be okay with a walk right here.
Base hit center field. Braves take the lead. Albies drives in Olsen.
That slider right there, just got some middle part of the plate. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly not a bad slider. It's just that's what Ozzy does. You know, I think you just got to bury those and hope for the best. You know, sometimes you just can't throw strikes to people. That's just the way it goes.
So the Braves take their first lead since early on. Get their first run since the first. Dodgers will have the top of the order due up against Raisel Iglesias, an all-star closer who has been a little more gettable since the break. Lane Thomas came off of the bench, flied out his first time, and here takes away.
Yeah, Tanner keeps this to 1 right here. Iglesias has struggled a little bit. You know, he was otherworldly for the first couple months of the season. He's kind of come back down to earth, so we might have a chance if we keep it to 1 right here.
Chopper to Muncy. Braves, though, have taken the lead and put the pressure on for the Dodgers. Top of the order coming up against Raisel Iglesias.
As life changes, so do we. Our bodies, our needs, our goals. But what matters most is having the best partner by your side. At Keck Medicine of USC, we deliver advanced care for even the most complex conditions, listening and partnering with you at every step. Wherever your path leads, we will be there. Keck Medicine of USC. Together, we are limitless.
At Ace, we know whether you grill with charcoal, gas, pellet, or griddle, we've got the perfect grill for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. With free assembly and delivery of your new grill, along with all the sauces, rubs, and grilling extras, you'll have everything you need for your perfect barbecue. That sounds pretty perfect. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome to a special pop-up episode of Office Ladies, powered by AT&T Business.
Now with internet across the nation.
We are joined today by Ted, who's helping us connect to other small business owners.
Thank you, ladies. And I think we have a first caller from the live stream.
Everyone around me thinks I know what I'm doing, but sometimes I don't.
That's just being a business owner.
Yeah. Every expert was once a beginner who just didn't quit.
That's deep.
I read it on a throw pillow.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
You can learn a lot from a throw pillow.
Put that on a throw pillow.
Merch!
40 may not sound like a lot at first, but imagine 40 versions of your favorite car, the Honda Accord. Still need help picturing the number 40? Hey Google, show me restaurants open now. Imagine 40 food spots, 40 dogs, 40 moto compactos, 40 ways to say congrats. Or better yet, being recognized 40 times as one of car and driver's 10 best.
Dodgers have 3 MVPs coming up down a run here in the 9th inning. Ohtani, Freeman, and Betts against Raisel Iglesias. Atlanta got 3 in the first. Dodgers tied it with 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Nothing since then, though. Brewers have tied it against the Mets. That game's 2-2 at Citi Field in New York. Dodgers trying to keep the distance on the Braves. Raisel Iglesias was an all-star. Has not been as good since the break, though. Outside with his first pitch to Ohtani.
Yeah, if you're trying to get back on track, this isn't the part of the lineup that you want to face with a one-run game if you're Iglesias, but we'll see what happens. He's been using his four-seam sinker changeup, kind of the same.
Fly the other way, backs up Thomas onto the track of the wall, can't get it. First extra base hit of the game for the Dodgers. Ohtani looking for 3. Here's the throw. He is safe. And the tying run is 90 feet away.
Man, what a good swing right there. That's just Shohei being Shohei. Gets a pitch out over. Thomas makes a good effort at it, just misses it. And I mean, that's the speed of Shohei to get on third base right there. It's kind of risky to go for third with nobody out, but he got it done.
Better be sure. Got there. Now 4 for 6 against Iglesias in his career. Infield comes in, and the best bat-to-ball guy the Dodgers have, and Freddie Freeman with a chance to tie this game. Dodgers are their first extra base hit since Saturday. Now Freeman. Got a challenge coming here from Sean Murphy. He's going to lose this. And it's going to be 1-1 on Freeman.
I think that's the way you probably should do challenges. You just try to hold on to them until, especially if the games are close, you know, just take a chance at it. You know, that way, 9th inning, big spots. Even if you get it wrong, at least you have a chance to do it.
Tying run at third, nobody out. Freeman takes downstairs.
And that's Iglesias' pitch right there, that changeup. You know, he's got the slider, sinker, and then you see it right there. His last 27 games, he's got a 4.6 compared to a 1.1 before that. So he's definitely struggling, you know, and you know he's going good. Thomas probably makes that catch, but sometimes that's just the way it goes.
Freeman in his return to Atlanta. There's another challenge right there, and thankfully for the Braves, they had to.
I think they'll get this one.
And I think it's a great point you make, because a lot of times we just kind of breeze by when a guy burns a challenge early in the game. Might not seem like a big deal. Here's where it shows up.
Yeah, these situations right here, especially if it's going to be a close game, you know, 9-1 in the 5th, go for it. But when it's 3-3 all the way through, saving for those moments right there. Good take.
It's full. On a 3-2 pitch, Freeman swings and misses. He strikes him out with a changeup.
He went to his best pitch right there, you know, realizing that a walk doesn't kill you. And that's just a really tough pitch. right below the zone. Looks like a strike the whole way. Got one job. Now Mookie's got to pick him up right here.
What are you looking for if your bets?
I'm ready to go early. Iglesias likes to work fast, get ahead. I'm ready to go on this pitch right here. I'm looking for a fastball, try to get it elevated.
Took a change.
Yeah, and that almost looked like a sinker. He left that one up. So, you know, I don't know if Mookie was auto-taken or not, but I think in a situation, that's kind of where he wants to hit that pitch right there.
Infield still in. Betts golfs one down the line, hooking foul.
That was that same pitch. He left that changeup kind of in the same spot. Didn't get the depth on it, and Mookie's quick in. He can get to that ball. Yeah, he pulled the hands in nice right there.
Big bouncer to short. Dubon to first. 2 out.
That's a heck of a job by Iglesias. You know, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts staring you down the barrel with the runner on third, the tying run, getting the strikeout, getting the weak contact. That's just an unbelievable job.
But these days, if you could handpick somebody to come up down to your last out,
Max Muncy, that's the guy. And they're talking about that right now. You know, Tommy Edman is a great hitter, obviously better from the right side, and the way Muncy's going, it's kind of like pick your poison. It almost might be a similar situation to where Tanner was facing Albies. Like, hey, let's just see if we can get Max to chase, get a little over aggressive, and if we fall behind, we're okay with taking him, putting him on first base. The problem is it's the winning run, so you got to think a little closely about that. But at the end of the day, I don't think they want Max Muncy beating him. It looks like Walt Weiss is intentionally walking him right here.
Yep. All right, so he'll pass the baton on to Tommy Edman. And while Max Muncy's been one of the best in the National League in clutch spots, Tommy Edman, you can't scoff at. He had a walk-off hit, 2-strike hit in the 10th inning on Saturday night, or on Friday night at Dodger Stadium.
That's I mean, that is a risky move. Obviously, Max Muncy's going the way he's going, and I understand where Walt Weiss is coming from, but to put the winning run on base, that's a lot of respect for Max Muncy right there.
Same deal here for Edman. Is he looking to swing right away?
Tommy's always ready to swing. I'm not worried about Tommy ready to swing. I just want to swing at a strike.
Not close with the first pitch fastball. Iglesias has not thrown a wild pitch this year. Ohtani started this inning with a triple. He's still at third. Dodgers down to their last out. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's what he's going with. He feels best with the changeup right now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just threw him all changeups the rest of the at-bat. Maybe try to get him a fastball up, but for the most part, a lot of changeups.
The 1-1. Strike 2. Another change.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go away from it. He's going to try to keep it below the zone, make it look just like a fastball. Let's see if Tommy can scoop one out there. Another change.
Then if you're a hitter, you're like, can he really throw me another?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't want to you don't want to come off of it, but you don't want to miss that fastball if he decides to go back to it. You know, they tell me hitting's not so easy, though. You know, they say hitting's kind of hard.
Ohtani's at third, Muncy's at first. Dodgers down to their last strike.
He shook off right here. He wants something different.
Fastball lifted in the air, right center field. Harris is there. That's the game.
It's a really nice job by Iglesias right there.
Strands the leadoff triple, and the Braves take the first game in this 3-game set between National League heavyweights.
Yeah, just a great job by Iglesias. That was a great game. Good, a lot of good things for the Dodgers. Just, you know, one big at-bat by Albies ended up being the game-changing difference.
I know a loss for the team, but it sure was a lot of fun having you up here, man.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Joe. This was fun.
Yes, you're welcome anytime. For Clayton Kershaw, Kirsten Watson, the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Atlanta after this 4-3 Braves win. Stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow night.
Hurry in during the Jeep Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now, get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Or get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on Grand Wagoneer. Hurry in now for the best selection of 2026 models from America.